What's up, everybody? We are here. We are doing it live. We are doing it live. So thank you guys for being out here with us as we get started the show, episode 83. Man, appreciate everybody who's here, ready to go with us. And we got a special guest here, you know what I'm saying? Of course, with a couple other people. I think that there's going to be a couple of guys coming in a little late. But if not, this is what we're going to be rocking with. And so let's get started, man, right now off the bat with our special guest. Man, it's been long overdue. Glad that you can make it. PTK Blam. What's up with you, bro?
I'm hanging out, man, just chilling. First time on the show, everybody. Once again, shout out to you, Mega, for inviting me on. You know, this has been a long time coming. We really never gotten a chance. You've been on my show a couple times, Shot Podcast, but I appreciate it, man. Let's talk some games. I'm ready.
No doubt. Also, we moving on down the line, man. We go.
We really never got.
Oh yeah, Lemon.
My bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just shocked me.
I know, right?
Yeah, I was like, oh, he wasn't done. Okay, all right.
My bad.
All right.
Ways I can go in the chat.
Yeah, 108 Dragons. What's going on with you, bro?
What's good, man? Fresh off of them award shows, and I'm ready to get these topics popping.
No doubt. Man, we moving on down the line, man. Triple Cup Chuck, bro, are you up?
I'm all the way up, man. I'm in this thing. I want to give a shout out to everybody in the live chat. You know, saying everybody watching later on. I see you, man. Special shout out to PTK Blam, man. Me and him go way on the Cadillac in the hood with a food stamp, rocking like that. Let's get it.
Let's get it. All right. And then last but not least, man, our Donald Trump. What's going on with your live wire?
It's just chilling, playing Ashen, getting. You know, trying to get through that game while dealing with my daughter, man. She got me killed at least 4 times. I'm over there trying to run from a guy, and then she'll slap. You know how the babies do it. Oh, the lights, and she just try to press all the buttons, and I die. I'm just like, oh man. But yeah, man, just gaming. What's going on, PTK? Been a minute, man.
Yeah, man. We're gonna get it in tonight, though. We gotta. Oh yeah.
That's what's up. No doubt. And so, and then from Knuckles and Super G, he said he was going to try to come in, so that would be great, man. You know what I'm saying? Got to give a big shout out to Super G, man, because he helped us out in LA like it was nobody. The driver. That's our boy, man. Super G was everywhere, rolling. Watts, Compton. You know what I'm saying? Inglewood, LA, Hollywood, man. And we was all over the place. And where was he coming from?
Close to San Diego, 2 hours away.
Yeah. Like he was rolling, bro, in that LA traffic. And LA traffic is no joke.
Oh, yeah.
Brother commit suicide to drive out there. It's crazy.
Hey, man. Hey, bro. It'll humble you. They'll humble you. I'm over here thinking I'm rolling good. I'll get out there in that traffic. I was like, what? Anyway, so big shout out to him, man, and see if he can come on. But man, let's get on to it, man. I wanted to talk about the VGAs first, but there was some news that came out earlier, and we just wanted to just briefly talk about it because of the fact that it just came out of nowhere. I just seen it myself, and it was talking about the Scarlett, and that the Scarlett that is supposed to be having this technology of the Zen 2 and AMD technology, and it's supposed to be running 4K 60 frames per second. It is on the agenda. Also, that this thing is going to be it's supposed to be slated to come out in 2020. And so basically it's for all the rumors that we've been hearing about a 2020 release. So, and if Xbox is going to hold back and wait because PlayStation 5 is most likely coming out in 2020. So it seems like they're going to be coming out at the same time. And so I wanted to get let's go to our special guest and see how relevant do you think this is? I mean, do you think this is a lot of hot air, or do you think this is achievable?
Man, you know what? The funny thing is, a couple years ago, I would have thought it was hot air until that X came out. Just to be 100% honest with you. I swear to God, I think halfway through this generation, Phil Spencer went to like Hogwarts or something and found a wizard and said, we need to start this over. Because I mean, think about it. What they did with the X, did any of us really think that was going to be like the system was really going to be that goddamn good? Like, we knew what was kind of coming, but I don't have any doubts about what they're capable of at this point, to be honest with you. I think that I've heard that those specs that we saw in I know you showed it earlier, but I've seen those specs before. I think that's right in line. I don't know if those specs match up, how they match up with the PS5, but I think the two consoles are going to be close. I obviously think the Xbox is going to be more powerful, so I think that's right in line with where they're going. Phil said he's never going to, this power thing, that's never going to happen again. We're not doing that shit again. So, and he made sure of that with the X. So I don't think that that's going to be a problem. Hitting that, I wouldn't be surprised at all with what they're capable of. It's Xbox, man, Microsoft. So that's what they do. If they can pull that X off, I don't have any doubts that they can pull off those specs. So, and that's kind of right in line with everything we've been hearing so far. And I mean, I don't know the exact person, but we talked before the show, and he sounds like it's a pretty reliable source. So, I mean, how has he had other tweets before that were pretty like accurate?
Yeah,
he's a regular dude that does that.
Okay.
Well, no. Well, he does it all the time. Like he was the one that brought up the information about the discless Xbox One S, and which that seems to be the real deal. Yep. The name of the I can't think of the name of that. I can't pronounce it.
I'll look it up and drop the bomb.
It starts with a T, but it usually talks about Microsoft's information or whatever. Thorot, I think Thorot.com.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So their shit is legit. They really, they whatever they talk about is usually what they're talking. What really comes to the scene. And also, what was something also that was pretty interesting with this is that they said that it's going to be heavily using the Azure into the infrastructure, which means that it's going to be heavily cloud based, and it's going to also go even further with digital games and also backwards capability. So, man, what do you think about this 108? Like, do you think this is the real deal, or is?
Let me tell you something. The next generation of consoles, they're both gonna aim at 4K 60. Right now, with the X, what they did is it's easy to do it on a console than it is doing it on a PC because it's a closed environment. So hitting 4K 60 with a SoC should be real simple at this point. You know what I'm saying? Because system on the chip definitely changed the game. They don't have separate components that got to work together because basically they all on one chip. So it is easier to do, let's say. So I think this is fantastic. And anybody talking about some 8K, it's crazy.
Yeah,
I don't want to see that because we're gonna start right back over with not having enough power and everything else. You want them to max out 4K, give you the best visuals. That's what you want, but they could definitely do it. It's not no maybe. It's Mark Cerny came out and said, you need 8 teraflop systems. There is no 6 system that could do 4K native. We talking about Microsoft, you know what I'm saying? Top engineers on the planet, you know what I'm saying? Them, Samsung, and Apple, you know what I'm saying? If they say something, it's gonna go down. So I believe it, no, hands down.
Yeah, and also like with this, it said Phil Spencer also mentioned that the silicon used in the Project X Cloud is the same that's going to be used in the consoles. So it turns out that the consoles have very compatible from the design perspective to blades in a server that they have high powered where they'll bring high powered low prices and more characteristics to work very well with the server blades. I guess that's going to be put everywhere. And Phil Spencer, he's also alluded to talking about streaming, is that he's been going everywhere. They've been testing it out already, and he's been going all over the world. And he's just been playing off of the one server, off of Azure server in Washington. Not there, you know what I'm saying? Azure got servers all over the world. So once they fully start implementing this, to where they saying the point of the elephant in the room is about the latency. They're saying once they start going full throttle with this, they're going to put these servers out here in Africa and India, everywhere that this place could reach, so they could alleviate all latency. So, Livewire, what is your thoughts about all this, man?
Well, I always thought they were going to aim for 4K 6. I believe Phil Spencer was basically talking about how the bottleneck with the CPU was, what was causing issues of these consoles being able to kind of maximize what they could do. So I always figured if that was the thing that they're going to aim at, then it was going to be the frame rate that they were going to bump up. So I mean, once they get do that, I'm assuming they're still going to, you know, tinker with the you know, the graphics card and make that better and whatnot. But you know, at this point, man, we're looking at options.
Yeah,
it's all about options. So you know, if you want to get the next beefy, you know, souped up Xbox, you got it. If you want to stream and you don't want to pay that much money, you one of those guys who's saying, man, my OG Xbox works just as good as the X, and you one of those type dudes, then you know you got that too. So you know, it's all good.
Yeah, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. It is all good. I mean, it's really crazy to me that we're talking about consoles that's going to be pushing this 4K 60. Like last gen, I don't think any of us was really talking about resolution and 1080p and 720p things like that. I wasn't.
The whole cell processor thing back in last gen with the PS 3 essentially, right? You know, what that was supposed to be capable of doing, but it was so goddamn hard to develop for that they couldn't pull any of the power out of the theoretical power out of the actual machine. So this was we kind of had that similar situation, not to this degree, but I feel you.
Yeah, and that's what's really crazy to me. So Chuck, what is your whole take up on this?
Man, they better do 4K 60. I mean,
right. Hey, say that again, bro. What they gotta do?
Man, if they better be 4K 60, like regardless, because if this console we got right now, the Xbox One X, they got games that could do 4K 60 down. So if they saying that should be the bare minimum. That should be like the bottom of the totem pole should be 4K 60. And then with it is the cloud, like you're saying with the Cloud X, that's going to take a lot of the computing power away from these multiplayer games. At least we know about that perspective of it. So like the older consoles, you know, the whole no gamer left behind, where if you got an S, maybe if you got an X, I mean, you know, maybe even the OG fat. You might still could play the same games. They got a good resolution online. Everything's still running at 60 frames. So this next console, they would not have to be held back about none of the old consoles. They still could push their console to the maximum ability that they could do. So I don't. They better show me something more than frame right now, because you know what I'm saying. Like how you was just saying, last generation, we wasn't talking about resolution none of this stuff. We need to get back to that generation on this next generation, and let's talk about what else can they bring to the table. I want to see something new. Blow my mind up different. That's what I want. Don't do something I'm gonna think of. Do something.
Mr. Kima in the chat said, you heard it from here first from him. He said the next Xbox will do native AK. And you know what?
108, you want that one?
Listen. Mr. Kima is, man, that dude knows his stuff.
So do I. And dudes don't want to pay for high-end 4K TVs. They're not paying for low-end 8K.
I get that, but I think what he's saying here is that by the time that generation is over, AK will be implemented into people will be owning some AK televisions. Not a lot of us. We'll be more of the 4K generation of TV buyers will be, you know, a lot further spread. But that there's going to be certain games that will probably be achievable. I mean, we're talking about stuff right here that's this powerful. Like, I mean, if you look at from and I checked out a couple of like specs from, and you know, I'm not the specs guy, but I did check on a couple of specs in regards to PC and anything that's achieving 4K 60. Man, we're talking about
not that
like
many games.
Well, no, but what I'm saying is like the cost of the PCs or the CPUs and GPUs together, man. We talk about like $25 to $5,000. So I mean, that's why I'm saying, like, so many people might think that either PlayStation and Xbox is giving the people that's making these rumors are just full of shit, or basically that these consoles are finally trying to get up to where they're up to speed with the PC market. And I don't know, man. What do you guys think?
I don't think the first generation that the consoles came out and wasn't ahead of PC by 6 months. Usually when consoles drop, they are ahead by 6 months on a PC. and we're talking about the average PC. These consoles came out and they was already at a negative. This is the first time in it. That's why they both made remakes, whatever you want to call them. That's what they did. Now, next generation, I don't think either one of them gonna play that game no more, because now, thanks to Sony, they made everybody aware of resolution and made all these people fake tech heads. And
it wasn't just Sony, it was Digital Foundry too.
Yeah, I mean, but Digital Foundry has been around since the first three, since Xbox. Since Xbox. Now, you know what made them more important? Social media, dudes talking, spreading. They've been around. They not new. Richard Ledbetter's old as dirt. They've been around forever. It's just that the tech dudes knew about them. Now the console generation, they know about them. You know what I'm saying? Now they go to them like they don't even know half the stuff they be talking about. Shaders, and they don't know what this stuff is. They just go in here. You can do 50,000 shaders. You're doing 12. They don't know what that stuff is. The average, let's keep it real. The average person that buy a PC, and let's say they go and they want to take advantage of their PC, right? They don't know what all those options is in them settings to make the game look good on the graphic cards. That's why NVIDIA got that automatic thing now. They see what your PC do, and they give you across the board settings to take advantage of your hardware. Dudes don't know about that stuff, man. And I blame Digital Foundry, man.
You think we're gonna ever get to that 8K?
Yeah, no, I think
we can get to it, but like I said, if you try to build an 8K PC right now, you know how many 1080 Ti's you got to put together? It's crazy.
Well, the one thing about in regards to consoles, in regards to PCs, is that PCs aren't as future proof as consoles to a degree. So the point of it is that look, these things could probably go to 8K eventually if the developers keep tapping into like they do with every console. Like you just see how like Halo 4 looked, or how like the Last of Us looked on last gen's consoles. Like how in the world could that achieve that, and how did it look almost the same to when the Xbox and the PlayStation 4 first came out at the beginning of this generation? You see what I'm saying? So there wasn't too much of a difference. So I think that it's achievable. I just think that, man, with 8K, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's just get to where we at right now. Yeah,
4K 60. Let's start there.
Yeah, I'll do it. And it's like even this generation, right? The X comes out and the Pro, they got more HDR games than PC. And a lot of these games come out on PC got resolution and don't got 4K textures. Microsoft got more 4K texture games than PC do. That's crazy. You would think PC was the end all be all, but Rainbow Six just got a 4K texture pack. Fallout, what was the last? Fallout 4 just got a texture pack last year for on PC.
Had that many that's 4K gamers.
Right, and a lot of dudes it's about resolution on PC. They don't even make texture packs in 4K for gaming like they supposed to. So we gotta stay, we gotta be realistic about this situation.
I get that. Okay, look at that. Look who came in and stopped. It is Mr. Super G, aka what is he, Lemon?
The driver.
What's going on?
What's good, everybody? What's good?
It was good.
What's going on?
And then last but not least, man, our little brother's back in the house. You know what I'm saying? What's going on with your Knuckles?
Hey, what's up, everybody?
Oh, man.
Oh, we know Twitter finger today.
I done told y'all all day that I had been feeling this way, and I told y'all that my voice was gonna sound completely off. Y'all didn't believe me.
Oh man, you said you was pulling the Delilah. I was thinking like you still gonna have the tone just a little bit. But man, yeah, you sound like you just had a bender, like you just snorted all types of snorted and drunk and did everything.
Nah, if I snorted a bunch of stuff, I'd be on another level. I just
called you Pookie on the low. I would not take that,
man. Hey, what y'all say, Living? Knuckles was living his best life.
I'm always living my best life, baby.
Oh, man.
All right, man. So let me go to Super G, man. Glad for you to come on here, man. First time,
Hey,
man.
thanks for the invite.
Been trying to get you on for a minute, but I don't know if you heard what we were talking about, but the specs, the rumored specs that's supposed to be coming on with the Scarlet, this information came from what did I say, Thurbot.com, and it was basically saying that the Scarlet is most likely going to come out in 2020, and the specs for it is going to be 4K 60. That's what's the driving anchor here. What is your thoughts about this? You think this hoopla or what?
No, I think it's about accurate. I mean, looking at what we already currently have, that sounds like that's the next wave. Everything should be 60 for sure. Because if not, then we're playing what we already have. So.
Yeah, no, that part is true. That part is true. That was sick. Simple, quick to the point. What about you, Knuckles?
No, I completely agree. It's that we've already.
That sounds so crazy, man.
Dude, well, y'all. Oh my god.
No, man.
Okay,
all right. Let's not make fun of that, man.
Making fun of somebody that say something. All we do is laugh.
Y'all thought that lady was gonna shank y'all. I'm gonna cut all y'all.
He showed up. We
He
appreciate
sound like he can't even move. He sound like he laying down while he podcasting.
He can't give it to us, so I'm good with that.
To be fair, my face is just laying on my desk, just talking into the mic.
Wow.
Pause. Like I said, look, people. I was like, Texas weather is shit right now. It dropped down to 30 degrees and it's wet, and we don't like it.
Well,
we don't like it when it's below 50.
We haven't got any wetness yet. It was supposed to be snowmageddon out here, but then they changed it to where it's like it's super cold though. I will give it that. It's supposed to get a little, it's supposed to be a little moist, and so we started tripping and everything because out here. I don't know how it is. It should be about the same way in Texas because they were talking about like a foot of snow. A foot of snow. I know you East Coast cats, y'all clown us, but a foot of snow will shut shit down here in Oklahoma and Texas for sure. We don't know how to handle that. We don't know how to handle that.
Don't have the equipment.
We depending on where you are. No, depending on where you are in Texas, we barely can handle rain half the time. I was like, you expect us to handle fucking snow? Like, come on now.
Right, ice and snow, man. We tornadoes, earthquakes. You know what I'm saying? Occasional. Yeah, occasional, like, you know what I'm saying, water coming over shores and shit like that. Yeah, we can do that. We can do that. Like lakes overflowing.
Bro, that sounds crazy. That's like something I'd be like, man, dude, I live in the hood. I can handle getting shot at, but a splinter.
But a splinter in the finger can't do it, bro.
Hell no.
Hey,
oh my god,
hey, 10 years ago,
I just shit my nail.
Yeah, 10 years ago.
I twisted my ankle. I can't run, dog. I can't do it. Leave me.
And we gone. No,
leave me.
Leave me. All right, let's keep it right.
Back to the topic for a little bit of rain we got for the past 3 days. In Cali, it's hot, bro.
I can imagine for y'all all the wildfires, bro, dude. It's crazy.
I know. It's dry as hell.
And that's north from you, G. That's more on the North Cal side, right?
No, that's not even that far from me, bro.
Oh shit! I thought it was like on the North Cal side.
The whole damn state was on fire.
Yeah,
that's what it looked like. I was like, man, this Armageddon. We talk about true Armageddon.
My father lived when I
was out there too.
See, I know where G is. He lives in the middle of the fucking desert, so it has to be fucking dry if he's in fires in the desert.
My pops too. He was showing me on the highway. All the mountains going, the highways passing through was on fire.
Shit.
Yeah, you choose to live here?
It was nothing.
Yeah, I got you. But back to the topic. What I was gonna say is that, this is the obvious next step. We, like everyone was saying, Bill has already said that they're not going to lose the power narrative again. They're not letting it go. They're definitely deep in the architecture. We already saw how great their engineers are with what they achieved with the X. Smaller form factor than the S. They had an engineer who created a vapor cooling system so well done in that box that they named it after him. Like, you don't see that coming from a lot of other places, that an engineer did something that's being named after them. Like, if they know what they need to push the boundaries for next gen, they're going to do it. They're going to take the time. Everyone's saying 2020. I don't believe 2020. I say maybe mid 2021, late 2021. That would be the best time. We just got the mid-gen refreshes after about 4 years into the life with the Pro and the X. Them waiting till then would be the best move. Yeah, sure. Let Sony take the jump on the market. But what are they going to push with it? What is it going to do that's so groundbreaking? That's the issue. 4K 60 has to be the very next step. I was like, we're already seeing 4K 60 on quite a bit of games. There is some frame rate resolution drop where they're just going under native 4K, but sacrificing resolution for consistent 60, which is a good thing. But we see a lot more games pushing more native 4K 30 or 40, 50 kind of stuff. They need to make sure that 60 frames is the next consistent thing along with 4K. We don't need to be talking about 8K for another decade or so. Like, let's be honest, whoever's talking 8K, unless they got 15 G's to drop down on a brand new TV for that, they ain't getting no goddamn 4K TV or 8K TV. Let's be honest.
And that's all the people going crazy on Black Friday.
Well, hey, look, I'm just saying. I mean,
hey, someone was still going crazy with 1080p TVs, bro.
Crazy.
Yeah,
Let's be real though.
Ask me one for $100.
I was about to say,
people are
let's be
crazy,
real.
man.
I was like, getting a 1080p, you can get a couple backups in case something happens for like 50 to 100 bucks a piece. So like, why not, right?
Yeah, why not? Why not? But all right, man. I just wanted to touch on that a little bit, and it's a damn shame. You know what I'm saying? And I hope Xbox 448 is listening, because our baby bot right now has a deeper voice than a man that's going to be turning 40 next month. Hey, bro, what's going on here?
That's crazy.
I'm about to clown my boy Xbox 448 tomorrow.
Clap back after that one.
Make a diss track.
Hey, but just to comment on that, I do believe that the next Xbox will be out by 2020, because I think Sony can't wait to start the next gen, bro. Because Red Dead,
they don't have anything left
coming out. Yeah, they don't. That's why. Exactly. So I think if anything, they're in a rush to start the next gen.
Well,
Xbox is comfortable where they're at.
Exactly.
They got spoiled. That 10-year run.
Hey,
that was unheard. It's only 5 years for a console.
I understand that.
We got to pay the
but
bills. We got to pay the
totally
bills.
different gen from the last one.
Do we got to pay the bills?
With you,
Hey, guys, we got to pay the bills. Shout out to Lady Infamous 415 in the chat, stopping by and showing some love to the lovely panel tonight. So shout out to you, girl. Thank you for always coming back.
The panel's not lovely. We got to clean that up.
Look at that. Hey, she's a female. That's a female saying that we lovely, so we can rock that.
I'm cool with that.
We can rock that. You can rock that.
Yeah, I'll take that.
You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You know, if it was
You just mad at
somebody that said some stuff like that, and that's what we need to be questioning. Yeah. So like, I mean, yeah, like if my boy, like let's say our boy Graphic God said lovely, the lovely panel, then we got to question his integrity. Now, what's up, Graphic God? I see you in the chat, bro. Like, oh man. So anyway, man, let's get on to the next topic. And look, God of War, it won. It succeeded the beast of all beasts. It is game of the year. It was great. It's great for all gamers. I think 2018 was a fantastic year for games. For a lot of people that thought that God of War was not going to beat Red Dead. I mean, and if they were adamant about it to the point to where they were kind of clowning to it, they got to eat some crow. If you know what I'm saying. But overall, I would like to have seen the results of how close it was, because I don't think that there was no landslide either way. I think it was a very close race, and we knew it was a two-man race. But I wanted to go straight up here. Let me go to Super G, man. What was your thoughts about the whole VGAs, the good and the bad? Give it all to me, bro.
I didn't see it all. I did see the bulk of it, the most important part. And the game of the year shocked me. I mean, it didn't shock me to a point where it was just like, whoa, but it shocked me that God of War actually won. Because I thought for sure after Red Dead won the awards that it won, how could you not give it game of the year? It's kind of weird that it won like best narrative, like best music, best voice actor. It won all these things that are like super key to the whole aspect of, you would think that they will win game of the year just by winning all that. But I mean, God of War still pulled through. So shout out to that team in Santa Monica for, making the game of the year.
Yeah, no doubt. What was some of the good for you? I mean,
some of the trailers, that Outer World game.
Oh my God,
pretty stoked.
Jesus Christ.
That one and Mortal Kombat. I don't know which one. Like Mortal Kombat had a shock factor for me because I couldn't believe like Raiden like with the red electricity going on. It shocked me, bro. I was just like, whoa.
The corrupted Raiden after the story of 10, man.
And it held no punches back, bro. It was brutal. It was brutal for a TV commercial, like because you still remember that thing aired on TV, you know. So like that was pretty brutal. And what else was shown? Rage 2 got the release date. Devil May Cry. Oh, some pretty good stuff, man.
Yeah, no, it was great. Well, anything that of the show that you didn't like too much?
It was too long.
It was too long.
No, you stole my answer. Everybody answer on the panel, right?
I think it was like
everybody's gonna answer.
Yeah.
I mean, I think with the too long, I mean the pacing was better, and I can see that they made like a lot of improvements from the last year's show. But I mean, for the most part, it was just too long for me.
Yeah. That's cool. What about you, PTK Blam? What was your whole thoughts about the about the show? What was your biggest highlight? What was something a misstep? I mean, just give it all to me.
Well, I mean, he already said about the misstep. I think all of us is gonna parrot that as far as the show being just too goddamn long. Honestly, the pacing was pretty decent. It was a lot better than last year. I'm not a hater. I do give Jeff a little bit of credit for what he was able to pull off. He was able to get a lot of unannounced world premieres, a lot of cool stuff to kind of make people excited about the show. But that was my biggest, I guess, downfall, I guess, about the show was that it was extremely long, kind of dragged a little bit in spots. But there was so much good things, though. For me, the biggest thing was the Outer World RPG from Obsidian. I think it just made me, I think it cemented the fact that Xbox really got a great studio. And I think a lot of people were on the fence, even when they heard it, okay, that's great Obsidian, but what are they really getting? I think people know now what they're capable of and what they're bringing to the table. And that made me excited as an Xbox fan. Outer Worlds look phenomenal. It looked like everything, dare I say it, Fallout 76 should have been in space, essentially. So for me, that was a big thing. Mortal Kombat was crazy. Didn't expect that. I loved it. What else? I think the Rage 2 for me was huge because that's a lot of games. That's a game people really aren't talking about. People talking Anthem, Days Gone, a couple other games coming out, Division 2. Not really so much Rage 2. And it may fuck around and be better than all three of those games at the end of the day. So I think the trailer was amazing.
Fighting words.
I know. I mean, I'm just saying.
Look, better than Days Gone is not a high bar to jump over.
Good point. I'm just saying though, for the amount of
I may be sick, but I'm gonna be messy.
Well, no, for the amount of talk around those games, Rage 2 is not getting the same amount of coverage. Is what I'm saying. That those games are getting.
That's very true. It's like it's quiet.
Yeah, it's super quiet. I don't hear anybody talking about it.
And it looked visually and super impressive. It looked fluid as heck.
Oh yeah,
it looks
crazy,
dope, dude.
It's like a Borderlands Mad Max hybrid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Crazy. So I think that was the biggest takeaways, positives for me. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
But like you said, Outer World, bro. Like just seeing that and knowing that Microsoft owns that company that's making that. Just imagine if that was an exclusive, bro. Like,
man, you know what I mean? They do.
Think about this. They could put that game in their Game Pass because they own Obsidian, and still have it sold to everyone else. Think about that.
That's a perfect point.
That's a good point.
That's a great point.
You think that there's no previous contract obligation or anything like that? I mean, is that something that would prevent that from happening?
Even if there is, I'm pretty sure that Microsoft could work something out with the other company that did the game that published it.
Well, beforehand, there were some rumors that were going around that there was some logistics that they needed to get straightened out before they did the acquisition, and that could be because of that game. And it could be of one reason why they just want to keep that a multi-plat and let it go everywhere and not be on Game Pass, or what like Knuckles alluded to, that hey, like Microsoft is like, this game is really dope. We would like to put this on Game Pass to have as many people just play it. And it could go both ways, but I think that game. I think
Microsoft. That's the game Microsoft seen that was like, yeah, we gonna purchase y'all.
Yeah, I think so.
That's what they seen behind closed doors and was like, y'all doing this. With the look, because you got to think I don't know what the budget was for that, but like they were struggling to put out their other games. So whatever they got to help make this game, Microsoft can double that. So imagine what they can do
on making games.
And because of that,
and that's what I'm saying. So when they having financial problems and they're making a product that looks like that, bro. Like imagine what they do with the backing of Microsoft.
And think about that article that came out that Mega also shares, that you're seeing from some of those developers that they're picking up has stated that most of their time isn't even helping their team working on the team. It's them trying to get money. So if the publisher that was working with Obsidian to release this game as a multi-plat, and Microsoft did approach them and say, hey, look, we want to buy them. We know that this is currently in the works. And then they said, hey, look, how much was the cost or anything for the development? What if we cut you a check? We allow it to do what we want with it on our platform, but it's still sold multi-plat. It's not going exclusive or anything like that. That's why we're seeing it still, you know, on PC, on PlayStation, on Xbox. But we're going to see that move more likely closer to when that game gets showed off a little bit more and gets closer to release. And they're going to bust that out as kind of a, hey, you can buy it anywhere you want, but if you get it on Xbox, it's in Game Pass.
So, Bloody, what do you think
I think it's going to happen.
When do you think that game's coming out? Year, 2 years?
Holiday next year.
Holiday next year? Okay.
Yeah,
I would believe absolutely. Yeah, I would absolutely believe either early fall, probably around August, September, to holiday of next year.
Next year is going to be crazy. My wallet is. I just throw it in the
when they announced Mortal Kombat 11 in April, we're starting to see other companies take that. Hey, let's do the late spring.
Well, the last
summer.
Mortal Kombat came out in April too.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that we're gonna start seeing companies say, "Hey, look, these dry months, or whatever. Let's start putting things in there." So we're gonna have game releases almost all year long, and that's when it's gonna start.
May 14th.
Yeah, dude, we have something big coming out like almost every month this year. Dude.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
It is really crazy.
As soon as like January hit, dude, you have like 20 days in January to get your savings together, because after that, bro, it's like nonstop. It's like something like every 3 weeks. No joke.
And hopefully you have a spouse or a girlfriend, boyfriend, something, a significant other that is going to understand your situation, because you're going to be need some money.
You gotta be straight up with them. Like, I got.
You're going to be straight up. Look, I got a lot
after Valentine's Day.
So right now. So you better start right now. From today until whenever the big slate of games get that pants off, dance off action going.
For real.
Pick your punches. That's what you do.
Exactly. Yeah. No fighting, no ignorant stuff. Don't be sitting there. If she tripping, if he or she are tripping, don't even worry about it.
But hey, isn't the original publishers of this Outer World game? That's 2K, right? We know they love money, so you don't think Microsoft offered them something and they didn't take it? 2K is like one of the greediest companies out, bro. Like, I love them though, but I love the price. Take Two being their parent company, that's GTA. You know, we know how they do with their microtransactions. We know how NBA 2K do with their microtransactions. Everything they have their hand on has some kind of like heavy impact with microtransactions, which mean they love money, and they ain't gonna not like take some extra money, bro. So I really think that's a possibility.
No, you're absolutely right. But this isn't being published by 2K. It's being done by Private Division.
Private Division, yeah.
Oh, is it? I thought it was 2K.
No, it's Private Division. Private Division is the ones, because they're the ones who did who are also doing Ancestors, that really interesting game. With the creators or some of the team from Assassin's Creed, as well as they're also the ones who published Kerbal Space Program.
Okay.
Let me go. I was going to go straight to you, Chuck. I was going straight to you, Chuck, and get your thoughts about the VGAs, and give me your good and bad, and give me everything else that you've been hearing so far.
All right. First of all, I ain't come from no monkey, so that whole
come on, man. You don't believe in evolution, bro?
Man, I just want to say they got to miss me with that. I get the concept. The game look fun. I'm still. That's a game I'm diving. I'm playing it because it gives you a different aspect of climbing trees, so it got my attention. I like how to. I mean, I don't know if the game is not all the way polished, but I like that little drifty look that it have, where you could kind of see, but you can't see it, like your eyes is kind of like forming.
Yeah, that blur. Yeah.
2020 vision, not seeing 4K in magnificent vision. But some of my things I did like, I like how Nintendo, Xbox, and PlayStation came out there, and it was like, it was a statement they said. You know what I'm saying? I want to make sure that everybody here that I was the one that noticed this first. It said, United Video Games Nation or something like that. Our video game nation or something. Damn, I can't even take my own credit because I forgot how he said it.
So how you gonna have it first if you don't know what it said? Come on.
Hey, let me cut you off real quick. Hey, Private Division is owned by Take Two, bro.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so I knew it was something like that. Okay. Now go ahead, Chuck. I'm sorry.
You just got out Googled.
He sure the hell did.
Bruh, do I sound like I want to be Googling shit right now?
Out.
Good stuff, man.
Go ahead, Chuck.
Go ahead, Chuck.
Good stuff. Like everybody at Mortal Kombat, yeah, y'all. I like the way they played it off and everything. Like they came out there was talking about the sports and racing, and I'm already complaining. Why they always got to put sports and racing together? Like we don't like our separate things. They got to have all these other divisions. I'm talking Cash Money Noise to the TV, and all of a sudden they showed the trailer for Mortal Kombat, and I'm just looking. I was like, hold up, is they showing the wrong thing? So I'm in there just watching. Boys, you know what I'm saying, the way they were showing it, it just kind of caught me off guard. So it was like all the way off guard because I'm expecting to talk about the sports game. And when I seen that Mortal Kombat trailer, I was like, man, I'm getting that game there day one. Because I love that injustice to death. So, man, this new Mortal Kombat got to go to that next level. And then I love the whole concept of Video Game Awards. I really do like it. But, like you said, it got a couple things. Like you said, it was too long. I like the pacing, but it was too long. I would like when they had a little bit more spunk in their step and how they cut some of the things, just kind of fit it in the hour segment. That's what it need to be. And a lot of their stuff need to be revamped or whatever they need to be redone. Because I'm going to be the one that's going to be saying I'm sorry because I know Red Dead Redemption should have been Game of the Year.
Oh, I was waiting.
Check it out. Super G.
I was waiting.
Best. Super G said it the best. Okay, they won this, and this here. So all these different things that they won, that should be
that's
consistent. Is it really a stretch?
But hang on, guys. Think about this. Okay, let's look at past precedent when it comes to the Game Awards. The Game of the Year is never the game that wins all the awards.
Overwatch won last year.
Yeah.
No, 2016.
Year before. Sorry,
2016. Overwatch won 2016.
Was it Uncharted? What game was that?
It beat Uncharted. It beat Uncharted and Horizon.
Last year, it was Breath of the Wild beat Mario Odyssey.
I think that award is like a popularity award, man.
I do too.
Hey, look, let's just be like this, man. Sony Nation definitely
a popularity award.
All right, but go ahead.
Well, I mean,
hold on. Let Chuck finish. Let Chuck finish. Yeah, go ahead, Chuck.
So the thing about it, it need to be more revamped and stuff like that. When they talk about most creative game, they need to talk about most innovative, creative, like doing something different. Like how I really thought that should have been went to
Way Out.
One Way Out, No Way Out. When you got two different players, it's something creative, something different. That's a category for that. It need to be one for
direction, yeah.
Creative, yeah, like that. So you know what I'm saying, when I seen God of War and all these Sony PlayStation games, I like I'm getting too much of this here. I like those games, but you know what I'm saying, they ain't fitting like God of War action game of the year. Bam, I get it to them hands down. You know what I'm saying? That's no problem. But when it came to the game of the year, I was looking at a whole bunch of different things that fit the criteria of game of the year. A game of the year, it got to hit everything. It got to be able to put people that like multiplayer, people that like single player, people want a story mode, people want something that's action packed, people that want a game of the year. It got to be something to say this is the best game this.
Well, look at the last two, like he said, Breath of the Wild just single player, Overwatch all multiplayer. So there's really no formula.
No, there is no formula.
He just said this is how it should be.
Oh, you're saying how it should
be calculated. It should be the qualifications.
But if you do one thing super good, should you be penalized for that? If you do one thing better than everybody else, should you be penalized for that?
No. When you do everything perfect, should you be penalized for the one good thing?
Let that be penalized. So you saying you should be denied?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying though, like
multiple things.
It's not like we're talking Hot Wheels racing. It's God of War. Like, is it really that much of a stretch? Be it the fact that when that game dropped, everybody was like, "This is game of the generation" immediately.
And game of the generation. As soon as Red Dead dropped, people said, "Man, God of War ain't got a chance on this game." Man, this is a big upset. I bet you more people was like, "Huh?" Now Red Dead would have won. People are like, "Okay, I understand." Tell me that.
Boy.
Who could say that? Who would not say if Red Dead would have won Game of the Year? Who could have said they deserved that?
I mean, no, I don't think there's really a wrong answer.
To be fair. Let's all take a thought here. And that K Mega was right. There was only 2 possible games that were going to win game of the year, and that was either God of War and Red Dead.
Right.
The fact that Red Dead lost to God of War.
Assassin's Creed Odyssey go hard, bro.
And you know what?
I'm not denying that.
That's why I would like to see the results overall, because there was a lot. Because when we were doing the live show yesterday, there were
ACO got smoked on everything.
There was Pred, there was some other people that was on there that was saying, "Look, man, Assassin's Creed is amazing," and Pred
right just got because Assassin's Creed is on Red Dead's ass, bro. To be honest with you,
it is.
Yeah, I've heard the same thing as well. I mean, matter of fact, shout out to he was swear by Assassin's Creed.
Tomb Raider.
Super G is about to get that hate mail behind that statement.
No, there's a lot of people that talk about.
Let's be real. AC Odyssey perfected everything that they tried doing in AC Origins and built upon it. Like they did it right.
I'm telling you, bro, they blew it out.
Yeah, they did their own version of a Nemesis system that we saw in Shadow of Mordor and Shadow of War, and they had their RPG system that they doubled down on and built up on, as well as having the fact that, hey, you could choose between 2 dynamic characters, play the story out how you want, and it's going to affect the overall story. Like that is a great step for Assassin's Creed, which was usually a very story-driven, everything's preset. Now they're giving a lot more in-depth RPG and open options, and it blew everyone's expectations away. Let's not discredit the team behind AC.
Oh, no question. But Origins is a beast by itself. That game is amazing.
But hey, and I'm telling you right now, Odyssey poops on it, bro.
I have it. I just haven't played it.
Yeah, I've only put in.
Hey, wait till you crack it open, bro.
I've only put in 2 hours.
I like Bayek, but Alexios, boy, he's something else.
See, everybody talks about
Cassandra.
Cassandra.
Everyone wants Cassandra because they want the thick girl. Nah, man, I'm Alexios.
Okay, all right, cool. All right, well, let me go to Livewire, man, and you can talk on the show. What was the good? What was the bad? What did you think about God of War winning over Red Dead? Just give it all to me.
You in the kitchen?
He's over here talking to his old lady.
Oh my goodness,
man! Why are you making a damn sandwich right now, man? Bro, he's trying to get that brisket right now. He's eating that broccoli.
Can I ask a question real quick? How is the awards like given out? Like, what's the criteria? Like, who votes? Is it voted by the fans?
It was voted by the fans.
It was voted by the fans, but I think that there was some. I think that there's a little bit of. That's why I said I would like.
Because I know in the previous years they did a panel of like the media, right? Like in the previous years,
it was executives, media. It was a mix of a few. Because Phil was in a panel a couple of years ago. So
he's not lying when he says that's just a popularity reward.
Yeah, but that's what I was saying. Like that's what I was asking. What was for this year? Because I know previous years it had like the panel with part media execs and stuff like that. But check this out. So most of the media now, if it went that way, most of the media gave Red Dead a higher score per Metacritic. If you look at the Metacritic score, it was rated higher, right? Which means what? It's a better game, possibly, right? Right or wrong?
Right.
So what happened when they got in this room and did this voting for this game?
Well, if they
just didn't want to give it to it, man.
Was it a fan vote this year?
That's why I'm asking. That's why if it's a fan vote,
there was a fan vote.
The points came out in droves.
Yeah, there was a fan vote, but again, I don't know. See, this is the thing that I also said. I'll give my points last, but I'm gonna go to Dragons. What is your good or bad? Give me everything about the VGA.
First of all, shout out to Phil Spencer for wearing that tailor jacket. And my man with those Betty Boot lip suit. That shit was crazy. They definitely gave me some comedy relief because that suit was crazy. Boy. That shit was horrible.
Boy. That
boy Reggie need a tailor. Them pants.
The Channel 5 hairdo from the karate movie. This shit is crazy, man.
I was stuck on that ponytail, bro.
Yeah, hey, what we see? He looked like Show Nuff's stunt double. But the problem,
why you hating on that dude? You was telling me you used to wear that jacket back in your Prince phase in the 80s.
My Prince phase. I had a S curl on my hair. That's all I did. And I was listening to
man, imagine K Mega big ass with a big ass.
I wasn't always big, bro. I sit there and I'm saying I was over there looking petite and small, and I'm saying over there doing breakdance on their ass, man. Like
petite and small win.
God.
Yo, can I
Back in the
can I make
70s?
my comment?
Bruh.
We supposed to be snapping on Homeboy in that horrible city.
Hey, damn.
All right, sorry about that.
But
Go ahead.
Look, this ain't breaking. You ain't getting down, bro.
I
Oh,
really
man.
I really thought they did a better job than last year. They speeded through a few things, announcing a lot of different subjects and winners before the show even started. It's a big year for gaming, and they can't, the length. You got to say, okay, it was long, but it's a lot of shit that happened this year. A lot of great gaming came out. There's a lot of categories to cover, except that racing category. That was stupid. But I think the show was good, man. I like the premieres, everything. Everything was kind of on point for me, man. It was long, but I had a good time with the people we was in there with. So, time flew for me. But it was good. It was good. I know people hated to see the three kings walk out on that stage together. I know all that hate.
That's what it's all about.
Hey.
How can anybody hate on that? How can anybody?
What do you mean? It's the internet, Mega. Did you really ask that question?
I know, bro. But that's the thing. How could any
crazy.
gamer look at that? Because when I first started, I thought it was going to be about crossplay. I was like, hell yeah! And even when they did,
but everybody did
it
too.
Still was great.
But,
yeah, it just looked so dope.
For the game of the year, that was some hogwash, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Let's go. Let's talk about it.
They said it was gonna be fans voting 17 million versus 5.5 million. Fans didn't vote shit. They lying. You can't.
Hold on. Say that again.
Damn.
17 million games sold.
Right.
Red Dead. 5.5 million, maybe 6 now for God of War. What votes? That's not a vote. That's an onslaught.
You know what? I didn't even think about that, bro. That's crazy.
I'm here for you.
One's a multi-platform.
One's a multi-platform. One's an exclusive. So
don't matter.
It don't matter because everybody voting with the fans or Universal.
The chat was saying it was 90-10, like 90% panel, 10% fan vote. So I don't know.
I thought it was because that's like.
So I don't know how much that actually mattered.
Contest.
I'm saying,
but that's what I'm saying.
Wrong.
And that's
Look
why
at
I
the
made the
numbers
comment
that I'm talking about, right? We're talking about $750 million.
Yeah, in 3 days.
Facts.
Yeah.
And
that was my point. If you said it was 90-10,
I'm just saying the
I
chat.
don't know how they did it.
Most of those
I just know something ain't right.
Well, that's all I was saying though. Yeah, you're right too.
But God of War does deserve it. You don't lose. You do not lose. I'm just stunned that happened because come on, it just revolutionized open world games with graphics and everything else.
Yeah,
including the fake HDR or the wrong. It's not done right. It's not fake. It's not done properly. It's 8-bit instead of 10-bit. I ain't gonna get into that.
It was definitely a popularity contest.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm gonna get my point. Keep going, Lemon. But
I came out. I enjoyed it. I thought last year's was bullshit. This year they really moved along. They didn't politic. They didn't really talk about. They didn't talk. You can do it. Didn't stay on the stage. Got out there, said what they had to do. Everybody kept it moving. There was no dull moment. You didn't have to agree with the stuff that was being voted, but it wasn't slow. Last year's was like drawn out. This year's they was moving, man. Looked like they had a better scheme and plan.
Hey, hold on. Last year's wasn't drawn out. My man Yusef came up there and was like,
yeah, he's slow.
Fuck the Oscars.
You see, but did you see how Jeff was looking at him when he was talking? Like, yeah, don't you do that shit again.
Dude, let's be real. There was a lot of pressure from him. I was wanting Yosef to go off. I wanted him
because he made a fool of himself.
He needs to do it again.
He need to do it again. Hey, that just makes him an eccentric. That works out. Dude,
thought that was funny.
Dude is a visionary.
Yeah.
Yeah, big shout out to Lady Fox Fire. She said, you know what? I like when people sit there. You know what I'm saying? I don't like to toot my own horn about stuff, right? You know what I'm saying? So, you know what? It's great especially when the ladies sit there and they bring out the facts. You know what I'm saying? She said, K Mega called it when Red Dead started cleaning up. He said God of War, is going to be Game of the Year. He knew what they were doing, and that is exactly right. You know what I'm saying? Live Wire. I came to you before, and your ass was not there. I should skip you.
He was making a sandwich.
Yeah,
in the kitchen,
because I'm generous. I'm gonna go back to you. What's the good and the bad of the VGAs, man?
Good. It wasn't as boring as previous years.
Mm-hmm.
Bad is they still haven't
I won't get
separated the categories. It seemed like
I agree with that.
They added categories, but for shit that don't matter. Like fucking dude that plays the best while fucking eating Doritos. Like what the fuck? Like who are these? I don't give a fuck about none of these. Oh, this is e-sport influencer. Like nobody gives a shit. I didn't even know who these people were. Motherfucker came up there talking for an hour wearing just like a damn Timberwolf.
Oh, come on, man.
That was crazy.
Okay. Let's talk about that for a second, though, live. And please, let's not go too left about it. Let's talk about it for a second. Do not go too left. I know you live. Do not do it. So, but I'm saying let's just be chilled about it. Okay, so the guy comes out, and look, I was over here clowning because you could tell he had like a twitch, or he was goofy acting and stuff like that. But you know what, my boy PK Live came in on the party, right, in the party chat with me today, and he was talking to me about that because he do follow all of these esports characters.
Yeah, that was at Sonic Fox. I know who that is.
Right. And the dude, okay, so the dude has gone through so much adversity. I had no idea right there. First, he come up there and he says, "Look, I'm black, I'm gay."
Yep.
And he says, "I'm a furry." And now look, do what you want to. You can go ahead and chase the penis demon. I don't care. That's your business.
Wait. But the fact that I seen that document. It was on Netflix.
He said he's black and he's gay. I ain't hear that first. I ain't hear that.
Well, because I was clowning. I was like, get his ass off the stage. It's going too long. But yeah, he went there. He came out.
Wow.
Sit there and he said this. But what PK Live
furry boyfriend.
Oh, stop it. Don't do it. Anyway, the thing of it is this, right? So PK Live was telling me how much stuff he has to go through because he is, because there's a lot of Asian players and Caucasians, just other, what I'm saying? It's not too many of them there. You know what I'm saying? And so for all these they go after him, they talk about that he cheats, that he does everything else. And the one thing about Sonic Fox is that this dude plays all different types of games. He doesn't, he kicks everybody's ass by playing all different types. He's very talented. So I do want to get your thoughts on this about what he did and how he came out. And let me pay the bills first. Sorry, Cyrus Burke.
How does he know he's gay? He said he
was gay.
Go to his
Yeah, he said it on stage. Anyway, Cyrus Burke said Red Dead should have won. This shit's rigged. Furries unite. Shout out to Jeff for getting the big three together on the stage. Love the panel. Peace. I know that's right. Furries unite. All right, go ahead, bro. All
right. Anyway, I mean, hey, that dude has a lot of time to play them games. I'm just saying, man. Like I knew a kid like that, man. Not with the whole furry, gay, and all that stuff. But I knew a guy who played a ton of games, was just straight beast on it. But yeah, anytime we went somewhere like the arcades or something like that, nobody thought he could game just because he didn't look the part. Like every time you go to the arcade back in the day, there's always an Asian kid running around just kicking everybody's ass in like Street Fighter or whatever. For whatever reason. Every once in a while, it was a white boy, but most of the time it was the Asian dude. So I mean, I guess I could feel his pain on that.
You can feel his pain.
I mean, he got a lot of.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
He got a lot of boxes.
Cut it out, Chuck.
Man.
Don't do it. That's too good.
On
boy,
man, that's hard, man. He's like, I'm gay, I'm furry. What else he say?
He said,
you know what?
And he's black.
He's black. And he also said, which he got a lot of hate for, because I did read, I'm into politics and stuff. And he said, look, this is something that he says, and I'm not Republican. He says that this is what Donald Trump's people do not like. So he took a shot. Like he was like, see, I was busy clowning him because he was twitching, because he was acting. Well, look, I mean, the thing of it was that look, I was clowning because I was like, man, you get his ass off the stage. He is going too long. He's making an ass of myself, and I didn't literally listen to what he said until afterwards, and I felt kind of bad.
I didn't hear what he said either,
but he was goofy looking, so I was kind of like, man, this dude is one chromosome from like lighting everybody up on the stage. Get his crazy ass on the
like
stage.
A Power Ranger villain, man.
Yeah, I don't even know what he was talking about.
But he was nervous.
He deserved the limelight, but he crazy.
He was a little twitchy. I was a little afraid that he was gonna flash the crowd some crazy stuff. And that's before. That's before.
Nigga said don't go left, man.
No, I'm saying that's before I knew all the other stuff. I'm just talking about
man, he walked up
just
there
based
with
on the twitchiness. I wasn't sure what he was gonna do.
On his head, bro.
I mean, I didn't know if he's gonna be like suck my dick, drop his thing, and then walk off.
Oh, come on, live. There we go. Come on, reel it in, Donald Trump. Reel it in.
Hey, that's the new generation of a rebel, though.
Yeah, I guess so.
Not where I'm from.
Hey, we
But we know you over there 108 still wearing Pelly Pill. Come on now.
I ain't in the gym.
Oh man. He said hell no. He said I rock Carl Canard, dog.
Oh damn. That's disrespectful.
No, okay, all right, that's it. Now look, I wanted to get some legitimate talk. Knuckles, I know you're gonna Knuckles is gonna give us some legitimate talk about this situation with you.
Knuckles, you awake?
He might be ODing on that.
Yeah, he might.
Oh god damn it!
Knuckles might be having his best life. Okay, go ahead.
I realized I've been talking for the past 30 minutes and my mic's been muted.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was yelling out live because I was like, bro, calm the fuck down. No.
Yes.
Like y'all are all clowning him. The dude is socially anxious. Like he was nervous to all hell. You gotta think. Some of these Twitch streamers, while they do these streams all the time, not all of them go out and make public appearances, let alone on a national or really a heavily streamed every like show in the industry where everyone is looking at you. The entire industry from devs, gamers, and just everyone voted for you to be the best around. Now, again, fan vote, but he got it because people liked him over some of the others. Like, you cannot fault the boy for being nervous in front of everyone. There's a reason he put on the hat, because of the fact that he didn't know how to look at people in the face.
He tried to talk to it, though.
Yeah, he did. But the thing is, look, if you're young, shy, and you don't know how to really talk to people, especially a large crowd, not everyone's naturally charismatic and can stand in front of a crowd of 70,000 people and be able to talk like it's nothing. When you have all those lights on you, when you have all that attention, it gets to people.
Man, like Hakuna Matata.
Hakuna Matata.
All right, well, yeah, I guess.
Man, Cyrus Burke says nothing give the furry perspective.
Just look at the devs out there. All the devs out there was right? Yeah, the devs were nervous too. Man. You could tell. Like there was the dude that had the big beard. Okay, like there was a game that won, and they came up there, and it was by Jeff Keighley, and there was the dude, the bigger guy that was standing there with the mic, and he didn't say nothing. It was the other homeboy that said something. So yeah, these developers are not used to being around so many people.
Right.
What about the one from Get Out, man? Y'all got to give my boy his credit, man.
Yo, Yost is always a character. I love that dude.
Yeah, okay, hold on. Let me pay the bills. Cyrus Burke said Knuckles is finna give the furry perspective. He said,
yeah, I did watch a piece of that documentary. I know what you talk about, Knuckles. They was those people that wear those things. They be like, they have social anxiety. That's why they dress up like,
right, and they feel comfortable.
Even among that subculture, there's the people who wear the suits, and there's people who just wear the accessories. Like, there's two different among, but the ones in suits tend to be a lot more anxious around people.
I got a question, Knuckles. Now, is it a crime if like you see somebody wearing a furry suit and you cut the bottom of the suit off and use it as like a lucky foot? Is that like
live every time?
Hey, live is a habitual line stepper.
He's beyond a line stepper. He
dude is crazy.
What live does? Boy.
Insane clown posse.
Boy.
Like the furries.
Boy.
You got more bills.
Okay.
You got more bills, baby.
Hey man, Thomas Franks, appreciate it, brother. He said GRG was good cast. He said what's good cast. Yeah, thank you. I can't read. Let me be country. Anyway,
listen here. All right.
What up,
Live
Thomas?
isn't a mind. No. Live isn't a mind stepper. He's the guy who goes out, finds the mine, picks it up, digs it out, and throws it. So say catch.
Yes, you know what I'm saying? Not like live. Okay, that's why we got to get away from him now. Okay, so get off of this. Just get off of the subject and give me some of the games that you like the trailers that you've seen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Come on, reel it in.
Obsidian's game looks really interesting. I was, that thing looks good. Even though I thought it was some other game that was on the, I think Xbox gave to us, but it was the wrong one. But that looks hot. What's the other game? Obviously Mortal Kombat. Even though I'm probably not going to buy it. Because
you coward! Come on,
get over here. I have Mortal Kombat X, and I barely play. It took me like months to beat that shit. I just never liked the fighting mechanics for it. That's why I didn't get Injustice.
Hey, Mega, finish him.
Oh my God, yes, I know, right?
What else?
Hurry up, because you
I'm trying to think. There was some other game that they showed out there that was dope.
There was a lot of games that they showed.
No. I'm talking about like a big game, not. Oh, the Far Cry.
Yeah, that was good too.
Yes.
No, you know what? Far Cry looks good. Rage looks good, but Anthem is my shit. That's what I cared about.
Yeah.
That looks good, man. That looks real good. I can't wait for
Let me ask you this. Are you in the alpha tomorrow?
Bye, Lady Fox. Thank you for stopping by. I hope I see you on Battlefield 5 later on tonight.
Don't worry, Live. Don't worry. I'll play enough for the both of us.
Ooh. Yes. Yeah, when you download, did it come straight to your system or did it give you a code? Because I didn't even.
No. You got to go into the Xbox Insider app.
Yeah, yes. For people out there, and for people out there that couldn't get into the EA pin or whatever, like go through EA.com. If you're an Xbox Insider, you can get Anthem downloaded and get it that way. It's like 21 gigs or something like that. So,
Mega, weren't you selected?
Nobody got it on PlayStation.
Yeah.
Mega. It's only in the Insider app for those who were selected. If you were not selected, it won't show up in your Insider app.
Oh, okay. Well, I was selected. Sorry. I'm living my best life. I don't know why I'm singing that song. Anyway. I just heard it so much.
I ain't messing around with you.
Yeah. Anyway. So, anybody else that I missed before I go to myself?
I think you got everybody.
All right. Here we go.
God, you skipped me.
Oh, okay. We heard your rebuttal.
We heard your
y'all got me on one topic, and that was trying to calm Live down.
If you had to turn your mic on, you probably would have got a chance to tell.
Yeah, you could have got me talking.
What you talking about?
I am dying on my desk. Okay, I can't turn my head. I barely have energy, bro.
Oh my God. Okay. All right, Knuckles. Go ahead
for the next topic.
Look.
Oh, blood.
Sorry.
Good. Here's good. All right. A lot of the trailers that they showed off were phenomenal. Seeing Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, I'm glad they're still doing more with that. I'm happy for Switch that they're getting it. It sucks because I want it, but it makes me want to get a Switch because now they got that and they got Bayonetta 2 and 3, which I want to play. Psychonauts 2, them showing that trailer really got to me because of the fact that I grew up with the first game. I remember that on the original Xbox and PS2 when I was a kid, and we're finally getting the sequel. So that one had me choked up because I was excited for that. I've been waiting decades or a decade and a half for that game, just like I've waited years for Kingdom Hearts 3. Of course, MK11 showing up blew everyone's mind away. The music, nah, I wasn't digging that. But the action, the way that it was animated, holy crap. And the fact is, we're going to see a mix of the timeline similar to what we saw in Armageddon way back in the day. So we saw that there was 3 different Scorpions. The one that got killed by Raiden, another one, and then Classic Scorpion that ended the boy. So that was great to see. Outer Worlds is phenomenal. It's basically Borderlands meets No Man's Sky with a BioShock feel, and I'm all for it. Obsidian did great with it. I really can't wait to see more of that. Seeing the story trailer for Anthem, phenomenal. It has me more hooked on what they're going to try and tell, and I really want to see now. I'm excited for the alpha tomorrow. Other trailers that they released. The announcement for Smash for all the Nintendo fans, because I'm going to give you some love. The fact that they announced that one of the first DLC characters that's going to make a crossover being Joker from Persona 5. That was awesome.
That's right.
But here's the thing, though. I want to give a shout out to a streamer and someone who called this, is that during one of the tweets when they were announcing that they were going to show it off at the VGA, he said, everyone to be on the lookout. They're going to do something that is unexpected. You'll never see it coming. And the man, Maximilian dude, really big fighting game streamer, called that it was going to be Joker from Persona 3 weeks ago. And the fact is that they did make the announcement. I was just like, holy shit, that's awesome.
Probably
like
got who knows?
Yeah, no, he had it.
Nobody would have figured.
Nobody know? Oh, okay.
No, they would have. No. If you like Persona, you would know that You'll Never See It Coming is the main song to that game. So if you realize that they like to talk cryptically, when they said You'll Never See It Coming, that's literally the hook in the song. Right. And a lot of Persona fans would have caught that immediately.
Yeah, Persona music is good. I'm not even going to front on that. Yeah.
Oh, dude, their soundtrack.
Really jazzy. It's really jazzy.
I listen to that soundtrack all day. Bad, the time. I was like, they skipped through a lot of awards really quickly and did a lot of music shows. Don't get me wrong. Some of the music performances were great. Like the music that they did for the Game of the Year nominees, great. The fact that they have an official Game Awards theme song, that's cool. But like some of the other performances were really bad. Like nothing to the team from Capcom who did the theme song for DMC, but their audio technician horribly mixed their entire sound setup because you couldn't hear Casey Edwards singing. You could barely hear some of the other guitars playing. I was like, all it was blasting the drums. Exactly. It was completely horrible. And I was like, and I hang around musicians. It should never be that bad. I was completely disappointed with the audio techs who were running that show. So Jeff Keighley, hire better audio techs or, do something because that was shit. Really shit. But as boy, step it up. Be better. Be better. Cool. Right, now, but
I thought you was done.
Just the last thing is that some of the awards that were won was great. I was going for a lot of underdogs that people thought I was crazy. Like Family Game, everyone thought Mario Party had it unlocked. I said Overcooked 2, I had that one. Best RPG definitely deserved to go to Monster Hunter World, as well as some of the others that came up. Some of the independents, I don't know them.
About that, there was people upset about.
About the Monster Hunter World. There was a couple.
No, hell no. I was like, that was one of the best RPGs released this year and had some of the best systems. All right, anyone who's complaining about that one. Nah, if anyone has a problem with that one RPG, then they got something else. Because I honestly think that it should have won multiplayer because it had a really good multiplayer, but it winning RPG was well deserved compared to the others that it was up against. It was absolutely well deserved.
I have it, so I'm not tripping.
Oh yeah, no, I stood by Monster Hunter World the whole time. I was like, that was my game of the year because I loved the hell out of that. I had 600 hours in that game.
Woo! Yeah, you killed me in that game on hours. I don't have nowhere near that, but. I
played it solidly from January to June. I was like, we still need to get back into it because the winter update's about to come out.
Yeah, I need to get back into it, man. There's been so many great games that's been coming out. Like when God of War came out, when big shout out to Sin, you know what I'm saying, to help me out and hook me up with God of War. I really appreciate that. And so and then he mentioned it on Twitter last night. He says, aren't you glad that I got that game for you? And I am. I'm definitely happy about God, because God of War, believe it or not, as much as I have been skeptical about this version of God of War is my favorite franchise on PlayStation, and I'm glad that it's got the notoriety that it deserves. This game was
got the recognition.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, it was great.
And I agree. I said that last night on Salty's channel, is that as much as I wanted Red Dead to win. Well, I stood by Monster Hunter, but I thought Red Dead was going to lock it up. God of War, like those were the only two games that had a chance, and God of War did a great job with the story. Like I honestly love the story. I've had my complaints about the combat and everything about it, but overall, I really love what they did, and I really want to see where they take it from here because it is something phenomenal.
Right, no doubt about it. All right, so let me go ahead and finish this topic off. As for me, when I look at the show, I thought it's better than what it has been for years. You know what I'm saying? It flowed nicely. There were some missteps. I mean, look, I know that a lot of us, we don't really pay attention to a lot of these esports announcers and players and teams and things like that. But it is cool that they do get a chance to get recognized. And so a lot of people may not have knew who Sonic Fox was, but now we do know. So I think that bringing them on the big stage and letting so many people watch it and see him, it shows. I think that's a great positive thing. Yeah, I think too much music. Now, look, I love the orchestra stuff. I thought it was great, but I think you don't need so many musical acts. If you're going to do musical acts, do it from the video game, like they did with Red Dead Redemption. Go ahead. What did you gonna say?
Hey, look, the girl in the symphony who was playing the MIDI, I was in love with her. She was cute.
Yes, no. She was cool. Like, look, no, I'm talking about like you can do the orchestra stuff for.
Oh no, I'm just saying that the girl who was on the MIDI in the symphony. Oh man, she was cutie.
Yeah, she was all right. I mean, like the one that came in that was playing Battle. What was it? Battle Cry Alita? Yeah, no.
She was more up your alley.
Rosa Salazar, the lead actress for Battle Angel. Yeah, Rosa.
Yeah, but you know what? But you know what? My video game girl is Laura Croft, and also the chick from Battlefront 2. Those are the ones right there. Like, oh yes. Anyway, so let me not stop. Okay, so
ain't getting moist over video game characters. That's it.
Oh no, hey, these are real women, Jack. These are real women, Jack. Did you not see that girl? Did you not see her? Boy. Anyway, so the thing of it is, okay, right? So overall, I thought the show was great. It's better than what it is. I preferred Red Dead because of all the other factors that I think a lot of people have missed. There's a lot of people. Red Dead just came out about a month and a half ago, and God of War has been out for months. So there was a lot more people that had an opportunity to beat God of War than they have for Red Dead. Red Dead, you have to put in at least 70 plus hours into that game to beat it. You have to. Yeah. There's no way that you can just go through it and try to speed run. You know what I'm saying? Reaper, he likes to go through and run through. He couldn't do it. He had to put in the time. And I love that about that game, that you had to put in the time. And it did start off. It forces
you to slow down.
Yeah, and it started off slow to build you into wanting to like the game and to get involved into the environments around that, to see all the hard work that they did with this open world. And then when that story really started kicking off, I think really kind of like in the middle of chapter 3, starting on chapter 4. Oh my God, like that was insane. So Red Dead was my overall win, but it's no losers because God of War was a fantastic, and it is the best PlayStation 4 game this generation, hands down. There is nothing touching it at all, and I don't think anything will touch it on the PlayStation 4. Even if they do The Last of Us 2, I do not think nothing is going to touch God of War because God of War is a good game.
Can also throw a shout out to Activision for doing a remaster Crash Team Racing. Like that is nostalgia for me. Like I remember playing that on the PS1 with my brother. That's awesome. I was excited about that.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And also, just the fact that, like I said, God of War should have won. Red Dead, in my opinion, should have won, but I'm not mad about it. It was only between them two. I wish that we would have seen some results to see how close it was. And like I was following my point is that there's a lot of people that has not beat Red Dead yet, compared to what they did with God of War, because God of War has been out longer. So I think more people have a lasting impression to it. And the fact is, it was the crowd favorite. If you've seen the on Twitter, the guy that developed the game from Santa Monica, once he walked out of the Microsoft Center, there were people standing out there applauding him. So I mean, look, it was what it was. And for anybody that's upset about it, don't be. Like, look, man, it just shows the console gaming is strong. And the one thing that I thought when they showed the glimpse of Aaron Greenberg, Larry Herb, and Phil Spencer standing out there in front of the stage when God of War won and people was giving it a standing ovation, is that look, it's time to get to work.
Hey,
it's time
look,
to
even
get
Phil,
to work.
Yeah, Phil even congratulated them on Twitter like earlier today.
Yeah.
Like,
I saw that.
To get to work. It's time to get to work. It's time to get to work, and that's what it. And we know that they're working. Gears is coming. It's going to be. It's going to be a monster.
But there should be a drive for them to push harder. I was like, there's nothing wrong with being friendly and loving what a product that your opposition makes, because it only lights a fire in you to push even harder. That's what people need to get about this console gaming bullshit, is that fuck the console wars. It's this competition. It inspires everyone to do more. God of War, despite how some people felt about how I felt about it, I still loved and appreciated what it did. And this should drive them to do something bigger next year with what they got coming in the pipeline.
Right, exactly. And also the fact, like, I hated the bumpers, and I know that you can switch it, but it still didn't feel the same when you use the buttons on the PlayStation. The bumper things were just unnecessary to me. I thought it was really stupid. It took away from the immersive I hated great combo system. The combo system was fantastic. It's just that those bumpers were trash to use. I hated it. It was garbage.
And what's worse is how you had to time it. Like everything was on a set timer. Like you had to wait on delay to do all this. It's just like, yo, with everything happening so quickly, these combos do not take enough time to set up. You literally use the same combo throughout most of the game. Let's be legitimate here.
Yeah, and a big shout out to Cyrus Burke. He said Aaron looked like a white Mr. Potato Head.
Yo, can we also say that did anyone else notice that Aaron Greenberg tripped when he got out of his chair trying to walk up the stairs? Like I love Aaron, but his
no. I think he had big man problems. Like, you know what I'm saying? I know this person.
No, he stumbled a little bit. Like he was in them Chuck Taylors. He was in them Chuck Taylors.
He was down and he was going to sleep.
I don't think that's what it was. I think, you know what I'm saying, big man problems. I know this personally. You know what I'm saying? You sitting in the chair, you sunk in, your pants kind of sag off, and he had to get his pants pulled back up because he didn't want to show his ass crack. So he had to get up there up on the stage. Look, trust me, big man problems.
Hey, I'll love to the terror. No, trust me, nigga. I know. I used to be a big man.
He got up and said,
his shoe. I was making sure I was checking out his shoe game because his Chucks look nice. He had them Xbox
he had some nice Chuck Taylors.
Nice. But other than that, like, there's still some more great things that happen with this show. And I was surprised nobody on the panel brought this up. Look, I'm gonna say this right here. I love Sea of Thieves. You guys know that. I get ridiculed for how I love Sea of Thieves. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait to
It's fun. It's fun.
It's a great game.
Jump back.
I really want to play with all these updates that came out. I really want to play it again.
Jump back on the Republican with my crew. But you know what I'm saying?
Oh God, no.
Shout out to Rachel Maddow. Okay, just letting you know. Anyway, but Atlas.
Yeah, I didn't.
No. I'm not doing it because of the fact that I don't trust Wildcard. Right? They burned everyone on Ark. Like I love Ark. I still mess around in Ark every now and then, but they burned so many other fans that not anyone is going to believe in Atlas. It's their take on Sea of Thieves, and I love what they're doing, but I don't trust them. It does look good, but I do not trust them.
That shit did not play well at all.
I know it doesn't play nowhere as good.
It looks exactly like Ark. It looks exactly like Ark on the sea.
But hold on. The thing of it is that look, that's the thing. Like yes, Ark is nowhere near as fluid as Sea of Thieves. We get that.
Well, no,
but for the potential of what Sea of Thieves is, because we know Sea of Thieves is getting better and better and better and better over every update. But they need to send somebody out there and say, let me look at what you're doing over there, because some of that shit was like there. If I seen some of that typhoons, you know what I'm saying, other creatures and things like that in the water. Oh my God, let me have it. So I know that those things are eventually going to come to Sea of Thieves. But wow.
But look, Wildcard has a lot to make up with what they did with Art. Look, if they want to give us, some copies because of the fact that they're like, hey, it's going early access. I wouldn't oppose it. I would try it out. But They ain't getting my money right now.
But you gotta understand that they've had time with Ark as well too. I mean, they were just start Ark was.
They also did a lot of shady shit with Ark.
So did Activision with Destiny. What the fuck is the difference?
No, but the thing is, here's the thing. The thing is with Studio Wildcard, it was an early access game in beta, and they were selling DLC for an incomplete game. That pissed people off, especially when it was $30.
But the thing
they already charged $30 for the game, and then when it launched, finally did launch, it doubled in price to $60, and you didn't get the DLC. Like, they did the most shadiest shit with Ark, and that's because of the fact that they got themselves in trouble with their lawyers and their money because they don't know how to manage their own shit.
Gentlemen, let me finish my point so we can get on to the next topic. Okay?
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Let me finish because I'm trying to get this rolling, right? All right. So anyway, but there was a lot, but I was expecting a lot more to be said, and so I got to do it because I was in depth, I was deep into the juiciness of the show. So anyway, okay. So Atlas, that was the one thing about it that I was like, wow, Sea of Thieves. This is the potential that we have been waiting, that we want to see in the future of Sea of Thieves. Okay, so Smash Brothers. I am not a Smash Brothers fan, but damn, Nintendo solicit themselves to where I got to get a Switch. And the fact that now Nintendo has got a damn Marvel exclusive Xbox, you better get to work. Give us that Black Panther.
Give us that Black Panther.
No, the Punisher.
Give us something. Give us the Punisher.
It don't
whatever. Whatever. Give us something.
Punisher, Moon Knight. I'm still saying. Give us something violent.
Moon Knight, Cloak and Dagger, the Defenders, the Avengers, X-Men.
By coalition.
I don't care.
The Defenders would be good too. Yeah. You know, Mega wants his Luke Cage.
You know, I want my Luke Cage, but I'd rather have. But you know what? I would sacrifice Luke Cage for my boy. #Save Locke. Anyway, so other than that, you know what I'm saying? Ancestors, I thought that looked dope. I showed that to my old lady. She was like, wow. And I was like, yeah, wow. Mortal Kombat 11.
I want to see who they turn into. Where the monkeys turn into people. I want to see who the people are.
Right. You know what I'm saying? I dig it. That's that big ass bird coming out there that was kind of like, you know what I'm saying? That it was something that I'd rather seen what I seen in this game that should have been shown in that Will Smith movie. That night,
what about the snake? The snake that bit the monkey and like wrapped around it.
Right. Yeah, like that's what I'm talking about. Like that's what I'm talking. Like that looked dope.
That's crazy.
And remember, people, it's being done by AC Team, members of the Assassin's Creed team. So that's why it looks so fluid in its movement.
Hey, the way on climbing the tree too.
Right. And also, you know what I'm saying? Forza DLC, big shout out. Forza looks amazing. I mean, damn, there's no question. Forza is the king of racing. It looks great. You know what I'm saying? Rage 2 looked good. Far Cry 5. Shout out to
you mean Far Cry New Dawn?
Well, yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I did put Far Cry 5 because it does look like Far Cry 5. But Far Cry New Dawn, this is what I'm talking about. Bring us ass. Yeah, man, watch your damn mouth, sucker. Let me tell you something. This is why this is dope. Because Ubisoft is taking chances with great protagonists. I have never seen two twins, and especially black girl twins, that look savage like that.
I'm not denying that. I'm not denying the protagonist, but the game itself looks so uninnovative.
Oh man! Look! What I said this last night on Next is that they're taking the formula that they worked with and then they're just enhancing it.
Man, that's a big Far Cry 5 DLC.
It is.
Yeah, that's all it is. It's not good. That's the old kid yourself.
No, it looks dope. I'm buying it.
Hey, you're full of shit. You're a Far Cry hater for starters. That game's gonna be good if you like Far Cry 5.
Yeah, that game's gonna be
dope. I thought you were a Far Cry hater.
Look, there's been no good Far Cry since 3. I'm just
all right. Okay, cool.
He's done.
I thought Hades was dope. I thought Hades looked dope.
Hades, yes.
Crackdown 3. I'm glad Microsoft did show some kind of advertisement. Lord have mercy, because they were getting killed by Sony and Nintendo. And
thank God for Game Pass.
Pathless looked really good. Pathless looked really good, but I gave 2 shits about Stranger Things 3. I didn't care, or Psychonauts, not my type of jam. I don't really care about that. So
Stranger Things look
so that was it.
Hey, but for Hades,
all over that.
Hades is dope. If you like Bastion, you like Transistor, that's your game right there. It's dope.
Yeah, well, that's just what it was, whatever. So I'm done with that. So let's get on to the next topic. How long we got? God dang, I knew we were going to go long on that topic. We ain't going to even finish all our topics. But anyway, we can roll them over to next week. Anyway, so let's get on to the next topic, and that is from a rumor. Oh, we going in the scuttlebutt gate. Are y'all ready, gentlemen?
Scuttlebutt.
Scuttlebutt?
Oh. And you know what's funny is people still don't know what's
a scuttlebutt.
Okay, scuttlebutt is a spy, or it's somebody that.
Nah, I'm just messing around now.
It's like
it's also be like it's like I guess like an old Navy ship term or something like that for people out there, like talking about like they can't, they like to bring out rumors or lies, things like that. So anyway, it's really funny to me how fanboys try to take, they don't really read deeply, and they want to take something that you post and take it and use that actual word when they didn't know it themselves. So they went and looked and tried to use it as a whole thing like that. It's really funny. But regardless of that, Killer Brill, somebody who has been very, very on top of all of this stuff, has came out and said that Xbox is going to acquire a company.
Oh, no, in advanced talks.
So, look, I think this is
paraphrasing.
Look, I'm just saying that if we're gonna be messy, we should at least be a little bit accurate.
No. Look,
paraphrasing.
Let me break this down. Let me break this down, because you know what I'm saying. Look, I totally believe this because of the video that I put earlier, that Xbox will acquire a company that did work on PlayStation games. Now, I'm going to go to my guest. It's been a minute, I know, PTK Bland. And what do you think that this game could possibly be? Or you could say that this is just nothing but hot air. But if it is the studio, which studio do you think that it would be?
I did. Can you guys hear me good?
Yeah, we hear you great.
Okay, cool. Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, but I did a video about this actually earlier this week on my channel, and I had a couple studios that people were throwing out there. I was hearing Supermassive. I was hearing Blue Point is another one. There was a bunch of other ones too. It was like 5 different ones. I can't think of the exact one that Ready at Dawn was the other one that I was thinking about. Well, but I mean, it potentially could be. I mean, it was the tweet was vague, because he said they worked with PlayStation a bit. But what does a bit mean? A bit can mean they ain't worked with them in 10 years. A bit can mean they work with them on and off. You know what I'm saying? So it was kind of vague as fuck. But I think Microsoft's not done. I don't think Xbox is done acquiring studios. I think Phil was like, you know what? I'm finally at the big boys table now, so I might as well eat while I'm up here. I think that's kind of, he's taking that angle. But I think Ready at Dawn's a great studio. I think they'd be a good get, essentially. I know the whole Order situation, but I think the game was it was in a bad spot. It didn't really live up to the expectations. I think they're great talents though. But there's a lot of studios out there that could potentially be. I'm just really interested. He's been really accurate too. I know you mentioned that, Mega, that he's been really on top of everything he's said so far has been damn near like 100% accurate. So I'm kind of keen to listen to what this guy says. So I mean, I'm not surprised. I saw the tweet. I'm like, okay, that kind of makes sense. They've been on this whole fucking like monopoly spending spree with studios. So I don't know if Satya just said, "Fuck it, Phil. Here's a blank check. Go do what you need to do." I'm not sure, but they've been like spending money left and right. So I believe it. I think they're looking on the line. I think they're looking at talent. And you got to think about it too, Mega. Look at where they're putting their studios at. They're putting their studios, like the initiative is right in the middle of Santa Monica, like the hotbed of studios and talent. Sony, Santa Monica, all these other places that make these great games. So I wouldn't be surprised if they saw some other talent and say, you know what, I think we may be able to grab one of those guys that's not exclusive to Sony, but they work closely with Sony.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with you. I think that you're 100% correct. Yeah. Super G, what is your thoughts?
I think it's Ready at Dawn, honestly, because that seems like something that Microsoft would like try to acquire because of what they've done. But Honestly, man, all those companies that's supposedly being named or possibly, I don't like any of them. So that's just me. I don't care for Supermassive. I don't care for Ready at Dawn because I didn't like the order. All those devs that's been out there, except for Blue Point, because they kind of are like the masters of remaster. So like that'd be pretty dope if they got them and they told them to remaster something. I don't know, Conquer or something that we look forward to, but like something like that, dude. But besides that, I don't really care for that. I don't want any of their devs. I don't like those guys.
Okay, all right. Mr. Kima in the chat saying that Quantum Dreams job posting looking for that was another one. Looking for a DirectX 12 engineer. Oh my lands. Go ahead and let me know what you think about this Triple Cup Chuck.
Man, the only they're not with Sony, but they known for doing Sony games. What I would like to see Microsoft get would have been Insomniac. Now, if it ain't,
but they said in a medium-sized studio. Insomniac's a large studio.
Big, yeah.
We all want Insomniac, but let's temper ourselves a little bit. Let's be realistic here.
That just kept popping in my mind, like, man.
Well,
I mean, about Insomniac, but yeah,
Insomniac has got their money now because they got Spider-Man.
They got Spider-Man. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be difficult to you have to back the brakes truck up to them.
Right. Yeah, Disney giving them money, so yeah. But go ahead, but that's cool, Chuck. Keep going. That's all right.
I feel like for the mid-led studios, I really don't have the ones, especially the ones y'all was naming. I don't have no recollection of none of those types of small games.
Quantum Dreams made.
That's my point.
Quantum Dreams made Detroit.
They did Order.
The Order. 1887.
Supermassive did. What did Supermassive do? I can't think of it off the top of my head.
It don't matter. It's all trash.
Damn.
Those have no.
What is
it? Savage tonight.
Super could it just be they're talented though? It's not that they don't have any talent. That's what you want. You want the talent. Now the game may have been trash.
But if the games ain't good, then the talent ain't that good.
That's not the vision may have been off, man. You never know. The other thing is too, if you get the talent, you put them with some other talent you already got on board, then it may work out.
So basically, you want Microsoft to buy them and then disband them and get.
No. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You put them in a stable with the other horses and say, look, this is how we running things around here. So I'm not saying that that's going to happen. I'm just saying that potentially there's some talented devs there. I don't know what they do with them, but I can't just throw them all away like this.
I get where you come from, but
they've done some work on Killzone HD, Doctor Who. Little Big Planet, PS Vita, Walking with Dinosaurs, Until Dawn. That's their game. Until Dawn.
Until Dawn actually was pretty good.
Yeah. Until Dawn.
That one was pretty good though.
Yeah, that was dope.
That's what I was thinking about. I can't think of it. But
yeah.
Hey, ain't Microsoft looking for like an episodic studio?
Yeah, that's the rumor.
That's another one too.
Yeah. So but also Quantum Dreams
Xbox Game Pass.
Yeah, that would be, and also Quantum Dreams is done Detroit, and Detroit is my favorite story of 2018, hands down.
Did you ever play Fahrenheit? Hey, wait! It's a good thing that you brought up Quantum Dreams.
There's Xbox 448. There he goes. Hey, little bot is sick, man. You gotta help him out, Xbox. But still. Little Bot sounds older than you though. Xbot, what's going on here, man? We got to have about this. Anyway, go ahead.
Nigga, I'm glad that you brought up Quantic Dream, right? Because with Quantic Dream, you got to remember, people forget the history of Quantic Dream. They're the ones who really started those interactive movie games, and they did it on the original Xbox and PC with Fahrenheit or Indigo Prophecy before they went and worked with Sony on Heavy Rain in the PS3 era. So them would not be too far of a stretch because of the fact that they already have a history with Microsoft. So if they wanted a mid-sized studio, if they're looking for an episodic studio, if they wanted to find one of those interactive story companies, then Quantic Dreams would be the perfect ones to do. And no, this is just potential because of the fact that there is still a lot of the reeling issues with Quantic Dreams after all the accusation.
Yeah,
the accusation.
He's the owner or something, president, CEO, whatever. It's crazy.
I think it was the CEO who was like a sexual harasser or something like that.
Yeah, something
but
crazy.
No, this isn't on the devs. It was the CEO. But still, that is one of those things that you do have to factor in. But they do have that history both with Sony and with Microsoft that fit the bill.
Microsoft ain't touching on sexual harassers, bro.
No, again, I said, no, I did say that I don't feel that they would, but they are the ones who truly fit the bill. And this is based off the previous, what we know of their history. This is going off facts that we already have established with their pedigree. So take that into account before we just start saying every random company under the Sony umbrella who's been a part of their two-party or second-party studios.
Yeah. Hey, look, let me give a big shout out to Xbox 448. Man, he's messy.
What's up, Xbox?
Him and other Zinc, they messy. But you know what I'm saying? At least, you know what I'm saying? Xbox saying, man, K-Mega talking Detroit become movie tickets. Stop it, bruh. Stop it. Don't do that. Detroit is
right. Hey, Xbox, it's okay. It's okay. It's better to watch someone else play than play it yourself.
Got that matinee.
That's disrespectful.
Yeah. Hey, it's a red box special.
Oh my God. Okay, I'm done with you, Knuckles.
Hey, hold on. Hey,
Netflix and chill.
Oh, no. Wait, go ahead, Chuck. Go ahead. See, it's almost time. We about to get ready to wrap this shit up. He's already about to go left. Go ahead, Chuck.
When y'all say Strange Things came out there,
yeah.
Please tell me y'all couldn't have seen if Telltales was still together, if they would have put together their Stranger Things. That's all I want to say, man, about the first topic. But y'all can keep going.
Man, that Stranger Things look trash.
No, hold on. Stranger Things is still happening. Netflix picked it up, and they're gonna do it themselves.
Oh, you talking about the show? I'm talking about the game. I was about to get mad at Chuck. Like, Chuck, you know, you be on some hot shit. But I was about to say you about to get taken to the woodshed on this.
Like, they basically made a game that was similar to that era, because just like games back in the day,
I don't want to see
it had nothing to do. Like, that game had nothing to do with Stranger Things. My man had that breaking stuff for no reason.
Like that.
No,
I don't want to see no
random enemies.
You didn't like Double Dragon? You played Fighting Streets back in the day?
Okay, yeah, back then. I don't want to see Double Dragon like that no more. I don't want to see 8-bit no more.
Yeah,
Look, I know that these guys are young and stuff like that, and I know that they want to. To me, these are like cop-out games to me. Like, you know what? We got an idea for a game, but let's put it in 8-bit. Get that trash out of here. You put some motherfucking innovation into that game. So you got me cussing on here. You understand? That's the problem right here. I cannot stand that shit. I've been through it for decades, and I don't want to see that trash no more. That's why I only got maybe 2 games that has that, and then I try to play them, and I get sick, and then I got to go to something that looks modern and fresh. I've been there. I don't want to go back there.
So I'm guessing you hated the Scott Pilgrim game. Did you hit the Scott Pilgrim?
That's the one of the 2 games, and I hope that becomes back because I love Scott Pilgrim Saves the World.
Yes,
but that's it. All right. I can only go so far.
I'll give you a pass because I was about to say, bro, you talking messy, but I was like, all right, never mind, you good.
Yeah, you good. Okay, but yeah, other thing, you good. But anyway, okay, all right. Chuck, go ahead and give me your thoughts about this, man. Give me your thoughts.
No, about the
studios. About the studios.
The studios, yeah.
Oh yeah, I already gave my thoughts on the studios.
Okay, I didn't know you was done or not. Okay, good, cool. Okay, well, wait. Give me your thoughts on this. On the studios, man. What do you think it is?
Be a good pickup because Microsoft
has a
story telling companies, so that would be a great pickup. Plus, they got history with them, so I would go with that. But I don't believe in this crap. I think it's clickbait.
What? Killer Brill don't be giving clickbait, bro.
I don't know.
He's becoming real with.
Well, listen,
hey, hang on. Do you trust Killer Brill or do you trust Shinobi 826 or whatever his name?
I trust Killer Brill.
I don't know them, so I don't know them to have to trust them. I don't.
They're very big insiders who apparently release a lot of stuff. I think Killer Brill has a better track record than Shinobi.
He has a better.
Both of them are the best.
Yeah,
my man Killer Brill almost batting 1,000, bro.
Yeah, damn near. So I don't.
Yeah. Okay. All right. What about you, Live? What do you think? Which studio? If you think it's real, I mean, you might think that this is a hogwash, but what studio you would like to acquire?
Let me see. Damn, maybe Ready at Dawn, because I haven't heard anything since they made that Jigglypuff blow up. Whatever the name of that game where the animals get all fat and then they like try to bump each other up.
Oh yeah. The terraformers or something like that, or
No,
not terraformers.
yeah.
But, what is it called? Deformers or something like that.
Deformers.
It's called
Deformers.
Deformers. You got it right on
Yeah.
the button.
Yeah. That's the last thing.
That shit is
heard
it's
like
the,
that. That
the
sounds
trash.
That's the last thing I heard from him. Like
That's
I
the
played
trash.
I played the order.
Dumpster fire.
It wasn't a good game. It had its like the story was the best thing about that game.
That was it.
You know, it was needlessly slow because you couldn't run. Well, I mean, we know anyway. We know the issues behind that game. So, but you know, with the right direction, they could do some quality work.
All them teams is trash. That's why Sony themselves ain't bought them, bro. Come on, let's move to the next topic.
Oh,
they made 1886 and got fired.
Wow. Okay.
Well, I mean,
Nah. See, here's the thing.
Quantic Dreams because that Detroit was. I'm telling you, man, that game was.
Detroit is fire.
Detroit is amazing.
Detroit.
Y'all can't hate on Detroit.
I like Detroit better than God of War because God of War.
Thank you.
Fun,
I love Detroit's story better than I like God of War story by 100-fold.
Yeah.
God of War story is good. Don't get me wrong. I am not trying to knock God of War. God of War deserves its reward.
Everybody got a favorite, but you know,
God of War, it deserves to win.
Detroit.
Detroit story.
Get that for me, bro. I played Heavy Rain and we hit the ground. I'm talking about Sean.
Hey, at the end of the game, I'm singing. Hold on just a little bit longer. I was singing, boy. I was like, we was having church revival. Hold on. Man, I was.
Jason.
Boy.
But what I would say is that, wow. Here's the thing about Order 1886. Wow, Detroit. Well, Detroit is a red box special.
Oh my God.
Order 1886 is what you avoid at the Goodwill. You don't even go near it. Stay away from it.
I'm mad at myself. That game.
I guess I
was so hyped. You fought the same dude in damn near every fucking boss fight.
And what? God of War?
No. Order 1886. Yeah.
Stupid. You know what?
Next.
I barely played it. I'd sit there and I said,
"Don't."
It's amazing. And
that's so much of a backlog. You don't need to do mediocre.
I got to jump on it. I got to beat it. I got to finish it.
You shoot yourself in the face when you're done.
All right.
So horrible.
Let me. Okay, gentlemen, ladies, and who's listening, and in the not here on the panel, but ladies and gentlemen, let me break this down. I made a video talking about this, and I see that you guys didn't do your research properly. So let me just break this down for you, because this is who Xbox is going to get.
Here we go.
Thank you. I was waiting for somebody to give me something. All right.
I didn't know what the fuck was going
Boy
on.
Lemon got you.
I'll be honest. I missed the cue. My bad. I didn't catch it. My fault, G. I was gonna let you just be quiet. My bad.
You a guest. You don't know this. I was waiting for somebody to say something. I was like, damn, hold me down, hold me down. Anyway, this is it, ladies and gentlemen. Sumo Digital is who Xbox is going to get. This is who this is. This is what this is. It makes perfect sense. Sumo Digital. Okay. Sumo Digital. You know why? Because Sumo Digital not only worked on Little Big Planet.
Crackdown.
They're doing Crackdown.
Yeah.
And Crackdown is, I think Crackdown is made these.
No, they're not doing Crackdown. They're saving Crackdown.
Yes, Crackdown got dumped on.
Let's say that right. They saved Crackdown.
Okay, but hold on. Let me make my point. Crackdown.
And that's probably why Microsoft's going to get them.
Exactly. Crackdown probably did such a great job of making this, of saving this game, is that they were like, shit. And I know that there's people that's saying like, look, they're a huge studio. They got like 300 to 400 to 500 people that they staff. But if they're the only ones right now, then the big three, and we're talking about Turn 10, we're talking about the Coalition and with 343 that knows how to work with the cloud technology, with their Azure servers. This is the only game right now that we're going to get to see, the first game that we're going to get to see that's using this cloud tech. Now, everybody else is going to start using it, but they're the first. So why would Microsoft go after anybody else when they got somebody that made a game that everybody thought that was dead on arrival, and it looks amazing?
Yeah, the
That's
turnaround,
the-
especially the
couple
turnaround
other
from what
things.
we've
Right.
seen like a few years ago and see it now.
Yeah.
I agree with you, bro. That
Because I mean,
very
Here's
true.
another thing though. They also did a few games that have come out in the past few years. Like they did the Sonic and All Stars Racing. They did they helped out a little bit on Forza Horizon 3. They also did the Colorado episode of the Hitman from season 1, and they're working on the Team Sonic Racing as well as a lot of other games from since
Exactly.
2004.
Great point, Knuckles. And this is what's going to be my other point on that was that there was rumors that was going around that there was supposed to be like a Mario Kart S type of Forza game coming out. And who would be perfect to make that game than somebody who's experienced in making those type of games than Sumo Digital with the help of Turn 10. Like that just makes too much
But
sense.
let me
for them
ask
not
you
to
I
this: do we
don't even want that game.
I don't either.
I get it.
Hang on. There may be another way around it because we can get something similar to Split Second, which they also developed. They helped to port to the PSP as well as stuff like that. Or we can get a racing game similar to Blur, which was more realistic but still very much Mario Kart.
Hey, bro, you know who they made? You know what they made? You know what they made? The racing game of all
Outrun?
racing games. No, I mean, yeah, they made Outrun, but you forgot about the GOAT. The GOAT that got the Disney shut down and they shouldn't have, and that was Split Second. Oh my God, can we?
Yeah, that's what I said. They didn't make it. They ported it over to the PSP. That's what I said. They did Split Second as well as Sonic and the Sega racing games and stuff. But here's the thing, like I said, they could do a game like that. But do we want to have 3 different studios all working with one IP? Because we have the racing sim with Turn 10. Working on Forza Motorsport. We have an arcade racer with it. Do we want to do like an actual like arcade Mario Kart because that's going to get 3?
More options, the better. Listen, Knuckles. Listen, this is the thing right here. I don't think that you guys understand the what Xbox is really trying to do here. They're trying to do kind of like what the U.S. government does when it comes to the military.
Oh, wow, they also worked on Dead Space Ignition.
Yeah, they worked on that. They worked on the zombie game, Dead Island. Dead Island. They worked on Dead Island. They worked on Dirt 4. They worked on they have a strong portfolio. Yes, they've worked on
and all the Little Big Planets and Forza Horizon. They worked on each of the Forza Horizon games.
Exactly.
Except for 4.
And the thing of it is that look, you may not be looking for the Mario Kart S Turn 10 Forza game.
I'm not saying that it's a bad thing. Like I would be open to it because I like Blur. But I'm just saying, do we want to do 3 studios from the same?
Yes, you want options. Look,
that's not the same type of game.
Right. You
don't want nobody making another type of Forza game from Microsoft.
Yeah. You just look. If it's a Mario Kart game, listen. Just think about this for a second. Okay, look. I don't know if you guys. I'm pretty sure most of us on this panel has played Sonic Transformed. That game is fun as shit. Can you imagine? Yeah. We playing a Mario Kart S game with KI fighters, with Master Chief, with you know what I'm saying, with some Gears players, with Quantum Break players, and you over here blasting people and shit. That shit would be fun. It wouldn't be for everybody, but it is a game. It's more options. It's an option.
Would you make it more Mario or would you make it more Twisted Metal?
Make Cuphead.
I think if we're gonna do it, it would need to be more along Twisted Metal, because here's the thing about this, all right? I know where you're coming from and wanting to do this, but we also have to look that some of those games trying to copy that formula that's been established by others don't always fall through. Look at what happened with PlayStation All-Stars trying to copy the Smash formula. It did not work.
But it was dope. The game was good. It don't matter if it sold. The game was fire.
Right, Magneto Storm 25 said it perfectly.
The game fire.
Right,
it still failed. Okay, it did not hold up.
Okay, but listen. Magneto Storm in the chat right now, he said it perfectly. Game Pass content needed. And listen, if this studio is what people have said, because I don't know how many people is in the studio, they said 300 to 500 people. 270. Okay, 270. And if they add a couple of people, get Turn 10 people to come help them with a couple of games, things like that, then why can't they not work on 2 different projects? One smaller project for Game Pass, another big exclusive for Xbox. That is and plus these guys already are working on Crackdown, and it seems like to me, since Crackdown is ready to go, then why not keep the acquire the company that is kind of solidified Crackdown to be what it's going to be? You know what I'm saying? I just think it's just the perfect one. And look, I would love Quantum Dream because I love Detroit. Heavy Rain is trash to me, but it just seems like it's just a perfect fit.
It was a good story. Heavy Rain.
Yeah.
And Beyond Two Souls was good also. I enjoy both of them, but they're more of a sit on your couch. I don't feel like clicking and shooting people today, and my reflexes are a little slow. That's the type of game it is. Relax.
Right. Okay. Well, all right. Let me go ahead and get to our last two topics and get the hell out of here. I just think that people need to be paying attention to Sumo Digital, and also our boy, the Don. You know what I'm saying? He sit there and he was one of the first people that brought that up to my attention. And then I said, "Really, Don?" And he was like, "Yeah, think about it, Mega." And so then I did my research, and then I went in there and I said, "You know what? This is 100% makes 100% sense." 100%.
I low key thought it was gonna be Sumo when we were talking about before even the Obsidian shit started. We were talking about it on my channel, and that was one of the things. Shout out to Fuzzy, brought up Sumo Digital as well, along with Obsidian. He said those would be great pickups. So shout out to Fuzzy. He mentioned that as well on the podcast a few months ago. So.
Oh, big shout out to Fuzzy. Yeah, no, well, Don brought this up.
Obsidian look like the best pickup right now, though.
Well, Obsidian does look like the best. Well, Ninja Theory looks like the best pickup. Well,
we'll see.
I don't know, man. That game right there, Outer Worlds, bro.
Outer Worlds look fire, but look, man,
look Outer World.
This initiative, the initiative is going to be what
quadruple A.
Yeah, quadruple A. They're the ones that's going to be bringing that God of War.
That's the next flagpole. That's the next.
That's the one. That's the one. So but I definitely know. Other Zinc, then Turn 10 is not. Listen, Turn 10 has helped everybody. They were the first.
They help Gears of War.
Yeah, Turn 10 were the first ones to know how to use Xbox technology. You know what I'm saying? Their hardware and software to where everybody can get in line. Turn 10 is not going to be diluted. Trust that. Forza 8 is going to be something that we probably haven't ever seen from a Forza like, you know, simulated racer ever before. They're going to change the game on that. That's why I'm happy that they're taking a 2-3 year hiatus. Anyway, so let's get on to the next topic, and then we got one more, and then we're gonna get out of here. Capcom has stated Capcom is doing big things right now. Big shout out to Capcom. Capcom is saying that they're making a AAA game that nobody is expecting to come out. So I got to go to my panel. I got to go to my guest, BTK Blam. Bro, what game could that possibly be? And what game would you want it to be from Capcom?
They should just focus on making a decent Street Fighter first. But anyway, that's a whole nother topic. But what the game I want essentially them to make, I've always been a huge. Oh wait, you know what? I don't even know if that's Capcom. I think isn't Power Stone Capcom? Wasn't that Capcom?
Yeah, Power Stone was Capcom. Yeah,
that's a game that I've always wanted them to do, because we got these, like, you know, it was, you know, it's kind of a Smash Bros. Game, but it was so unique on the Dreamcast. You know, and I always loved. I used to sit and play just hours and hours and hours with my little brother on Dreamcast. So that's a game I'd love for them to make. I don't know what the hell they're going to make. So they specifically said it's going to be something that we don't like. We not expecting. Is that what they said? Like, quote unquote.
Exactly. That's exactly quote unquote. They're saying we're bringing out a game that nobody is expecting us to bring out.
What the hell? I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
Well, it's probably. I think it's got to be a game that's they've already made. So it's already.
Sega made Streets of Rage.
Streets of Rage?
Streets of Rage? I think it'd be like Power Stone.
That's what I said.
It's a sequel to Okami.
Oh, it could be a sequel to it. It could be Okami. You could be right.
Or they bring it back. They bring it back. Lost Planet.
Lost Planet.
Yo, hang on. So when they showed off that game, Scavengers, I honestly would thought that was a new Lost Planet. And I was just like, yo, I'm totally up for a new Lost Planet because I really like that series.
I really like Lost Planet. Was low-key underrated. It was really underrated.
It was really underrated.
Did anyone remember when they did Lost Planet?
The first two was tight.
But remember, does anyone remember when they did the crossover with Xbox for Lost Planet 3 where you could get Dom and Marcus in it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah,
was
Lost
awesome.
Planet would be dope. I forgot about Lost Planet, but that would be dope as well. But Lost Planet will be something. That I don't
Wasn't
think
Lost
anybody
Planet an Xbox exclusive though? No, right?
No.
Yeah,
Was it?
It was. It was.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Good
Oh,
time
you're
it was.
right.
So
You're
good.
right.
360
Yeah,
exclusive.
you're
Yeah,
right.
it was.
Was it
You're
360
right.
exclusive? Lost
You're
Planet
right.
was, yeah.
Okay, you're right.
Yep.
You're right.
Yep.
That's one of my favorite
Ugh.
series. But
Yeah,
that
mine
third
too.
one-
Dragon's
That third
Dogma?
one. That third one was trash.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
garbage.
the third one was not good.
Yeah, they lost ideas. That's when Capcom started going down. They didn't know what the fuck they were doing.
Yeah.
They were
Hey,
talking
but they
about
did the
whatever
Zero's Wrath. I like the Zero's Wrath. That game was
Yeah.
good.
That game was
Bro,
fucking.
we need that back compat.
Yeah.
We need the
The
Zero's Wrath
Zero's
back
Wrath,
compat.
yeah. Button mash heaven.
Xbox staff.
I swear I got
Yeah,
friends
Zero's
in my game trying
Wrath
to beat the damn bosses,
us.
man. I developed carpal tunnel from trying to beat the bosses in that damn game.
Thank you. Please. You know what? That's going to make PlayStation fans salty as hell if Azura's Wrath comes over to Game. Ninja Gaiden got some PlayStation fans salty, but I somebody need to turn down their mic or whatever because I hear myself. But if you could please. But also, Azura's Wrath would make a lot of PlayStation fanboys a little salty on that. I mean, that's a believe it or not, that's a console seller. That game was so epic with that DLC where you fought Ryu, bro.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
Get out of here!
It was
Get out
crazy.
of here! Get out of here! Yes, that was crazy. 108. What do you think?
It's hard to tell with them, man. I hope it's a fighting game. I would look forward to like a Rival Schools or Darkstalkers.
There you go.
Oh, Darkstar, I forgot. Fucking Capcom. Why are you holding on to all these IPs anymore?
There you go.
Crazy.
Because man, but Capcom, you know what? They have turned on.
They got to be careful.
Listen,
You know,
yeah.
before last year in that Resident Evil 7, they had $137 million in the bank. They can't just go out here and be playing with their money.
Yeah.
It could be right back in the red. They almost was gone.
They did a rebooting and they did a good job.
I had $137 million in the bank. That's not that for a company.
They're sitting on a war chest of IPs. They're just trying to select.
And they scared to use them because I mean they had
don't
so
have the
many
money to play
duds,
with.
bro. Yeah, they had
That's
so
why
many
Microsoft invested in
Dead Rising was duds.
Dead Rising.
Dead Rising after 3 was a
Street Fighter to get done. They didn't have the money.
What helped them? And that's why Street Fighter is exclusive because they didn't have the money. So Sony was like, "Well, we got you guys." That's how I see it. But besides Monster Hunter and that Resident Evil, which helped put them back on the map, they were all duds before then, bro.
Yeah,
all duds.
Yeah.
Well, they're making big money. Resident Evil 7 made them a lot of money.
It turned the company back around.
Mm-hmm. I'm telling you, between now and Monster Hunter, Monster Hunter sold, bro. So.
Yeah, but Resident Evil dropped last year, like in what, February, January, something like that.
Well, they're gonna make a lot of cake. I mean, I was on a big shout out to Boom. I was on Boom's podcast this morning, and it was really fun. It was too damn early in the morning for a fact. You know what I'm saying? But
hey, whatever happened to Deep Down?
But the Deep Down might eventually come back, but I don't know. That's dead on arrival. That might come back. Who knows? But that was one thing that we were talking about, and that it is.
Did you guys play Dark Void?
Yeah, Dark Void
was solid, man. That verticality.
I never played Dark Void. Crazy. I got Dark Void. Yeah. I got Dark Void. No, I got it. And I downloaded it, but I never played it. So I never played it.
That was Capcom too, I think.
Yeah. So anybody else want to elaborate on what you think Capcom?
I do.
Go ahead.
And here's the thing. You know, I'm glad that when we brought up Darkstalkers has been dormant for a long time.
Yeah,
and I would
that's
love
another one. Yeah.
Darkstalkers.
Hey, Bionic Commander though too, bro.
Bionic Commander. There's another one. Hang on, but here's the big one. Here's the big one that everyone wants, and everyone's wanted this game since the 90s, since the last one came out. And the biggest surprise that they could do would be making a brand new Dino Crisis. No one said Dino Crisis, but
I thought about that.
Would be.
But Dino Crisis ain't one of the big games.
Hang on, because no. Think about this. No. But it still has a very strong following, just like Resident Evil did. Think about this. We already know some of the other
had a solid following because they kept doing damn movies, so it kept like being in the public.
But what I'm saying is, Dino Crisis was heavily loved because it was out at the same time as Resident Evil, but they just stopped. They just stopped after 3 during the PS1 era. Now, let me finish. We already know that they're pulling stuff out of their treasure trunk and doing things because remember, they just made a new Mega Man. They just did Monster Hunter World and saw how that big was. They're doing a new Onimusha and stuff like that. We also know that recently
they're doing a remake.
Yeah, but they also did a remake of Strider. Strider would be
a new
Onimusha.
Too,
but doing an actual, there was also the arcade. There was the arcade version that they did of Strider, and Strider was a good one to come back. Another big one is people want a new mech game. So Steel Battalion would be a good mech game to bring out because a lot of people want.
Yeah, I had that. Don't make fun of that.
Here's one that no one thinks about that was really big during the PS2. Beautiful Joe.
That's not them. That's not them. They just published it. It was someone else, bro.
Yeah, it was somebody else.
No, they own Beautiful Joe. Capcom owns Beautiful Joe.
Do they?
Bro?
Yes, they published it.
I know
it was their studio. I am telling you, Beautiful Joe was owned by Capcom and developed by their Studio 4. I'm telling you, I know Beautiful Joe.
Out Google.
Do it. I dare you. I will fight you. Do it. I am sick enough to I will fight you right now. Do it. I dare you.
Man.
I am calling your bluff. Do it. Do it.
I'm not talking about me. I was just making a joke. You good.
Okay, we got to get to the next topic, but the last topic of the night, and then we get out of here. But for me personally, I think everybody is absolutely solid. The fantasy for me is Power Stone or Star Gladiator or Rival Schools. I would love any of those 3 to come, but for me, I think it's Ghost and Goblins. Ooh, let's go.
Came out on the original OG Xbox, so that would be a good one to see. Oh no, that was older.
PlayStation. Maximo or any Ghost and Goblins never came on.
Ghost and Goblins been out on damn near everything.
Yeah.
Ghost and Goblins never came out on Xbox.
No, I was thinking Grab by the Ghoulies. That was my bad. I was thinking Grab by the Ghoulies.
Yeah. Ghost Goblin and Maximo, they only came on PlayStation and Nintendo. That's it. But anyway, and Sega, I think.
Maximo was a really good one too. That one would be nice to come back.
Well, that was the continuation of Ghost and Goblins. But anyway, last topic. I'm going to skip the GameStop stuff. We'll talk about that next week.
GameStop dead.
G needs to come in on that one. Ain't that right, G?
We'll try to come in next week, bro. We can try to come in next week. Well, no. I'm not having a show next week because I got to go do something with my old lady. I've got to go to a Christmas party. But the week after that, I will be back, and we will most likely have our boy Boom in the building, and Mooch will be coming in the beginning of the year. So get ready for that. Mooch and a whole bunch of
Clover Studio did Beautiful Joe, bro.
We're gonna be doing so anyway, last topic of the night.
Google fingers.
Are you talking about
Hey, y'all can find me on.
Got to pay the bills. My boy Cyrus Burks.
Cyrus Burks pay the bills. Said just Googled it. He said, "Beautiful Joe was published by Activision and developed by BioWare." What? Bloody Knuckles.
Oh, shut the fuck up, Cyrus. This shit's wrong.
He said, "You looking spooky as fuck." I'm done.
I am going to karate chop you in the esophagus, son.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, so you know what? I've seen my boy G-Man.
He can't even spell it. It's not beautiful.
I know he
put
beautiful
with the V.
Okay,
Get the hell out of here, you fake ass motherfucker.
Stop hating. Hey, G-Man 1172. My bad, bro. You know what I'm saying? My bad. You got to come on GRG sometime. I appreciate you coming on here. I appreciate you coming checking out the chat. We sit there and had a great time when we was out there doing our thing with Glimmer and all of them, man. That was really fun. But anyway, the last topic, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't try to overlook you because I seen you, but everybody else is talking and I'm trying to do things. I'm an old man. I got my mind don't work too right, especially when I got this adult beverage in my system. Anyway, so last topic.
Here. I don't lie.
I try to do the show 2 hours, but it just goes so good and it flows so well that we just go.
And we're gonna keep watching because they're
Avengers came out. The Avengers trailer came out. What was it? This morning.
This morning.
And Captain Marvel's trailer 2 came out. So I'm gonna go to Bam next, but I'm gonna go to Super G because I know that he likes talking about the movies and stuff. Give me your impressions about the Avengers trailer and about what you thought about the Captain Marvel trailer.
All right, so the Avengers trailer was a snooze fest for me. It's just a teaser, so it's not really nothing there. I was excited to see Ant-Man at the end, but besides that trailer did absolutely nothing for the hype for the movie. It to me, they didn't even need to do it. But now for Captain Marvel, I was excited, but at the same time, the hype was still not there because it was just like a generic ass movie, honestly. Like I expected to, I don't know what I expected, but it didn't woo me away. So.
Got Siskel and Ebert over there. God damn, boy.
Hey man, you're ridiculous, bro. Come on, man. Really? All right.
Nah, I've been angry tonight. The driver didn't get no tips.
Yeah, the driver.
It is.
He's usually a happy dude, man. He's scaring the shit out of me, man.
He's a happy.
Hey, man,
right there. Come on, G.
You didn't get your tea today, buddy?
I did, bro. At that Mediball, you know what I'm saying?
BTK Blam, what's your thoughts about the trailers?
Avengers. I mean, like I said, it was a little slow, but I mean, the trailer did what it was supposed to do. His Avengers is gonna pop anyway. It was nice to see Tony. It's kind of, what's kind of funny thing. The whole thing with the kind of threw me off was fucking Thanos with the armor Scarecrow. That shit fucked me up because I'm like, what is he doing? He did all of that just because he wanted a farm? Like, you serious? Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, anyway, but
that scene is from the comic books.
I know. I seen it in the comic.
After he finished that, he was going to relax.
I know.
He's done. He retired.
I know. I keep up with the comic.
And now he can rest.
Yeah, now he can rest. But I mean, Captain Marvel was dope. I thought it was pretty cool. Just adding other layers onto the character. As far as the action, you got to get the action scenes in there. So I mean, I think both did what they were supposed to do. I mean, we didn't really get to see much. I wouldn't even really call the Avengers a trailer.
It's a teaser.
It was a teaser, and it did do a good job teasing me.
Okay.
Hey,
Super G is still upset. Somebody talk to that.
I mean, to be fair, me, G, and our boys in the Smash podcast, we were talking about this most of the day.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Well, here's the thing, and as if anyone here, everyone on the panel has watched the Smash podcast, so all our fans out there, it's mine and G's and a couple of our other shows where we talk all things comics and stuff. Well, we were all talking about we were talking about the trailer, and while the trailer sets the tone, it doesn't sell it for those who aren't already excited for this movie. It definitely sets the tone and precedent on what's going to be coming in the new Avengers film. However, he's right. It's a teaser. It's just trying to get people looking at it, but it's not going to sell them on the movie. It's going to be the next trailer that they're going to put out. More than likely.
Not that complicated.
No, you're not. PTK, you're not listening. I said it's not selling it to anyone who isn't already invested. That's literally what I just said. You like Marvel. I like Marvel. Most of the people here have seen all the Marvel films. We're already excited for the film. We don't need the trailer to tell us that. This is for those who don't follow it like we do. This sets the tone to what to expect out of the film, but it did not sell it for a lot of people. Now, for the second Captain Marvel trailer, I felt like it gave a lot more precedent on Carol, really showed more of her and given a little bit more context into the story. I'm excited for it because of the fact that we got to see her go binary. We got to see her with the traditional Mohawk outfit with the way that the Captain Marvel suit looks. And we're getting to see more of Nick Fury back in the old days. Now, a lot of people still aren't sold on the movie, but they're more interested, but they're not feeling the CGI on it. I'm personally okay with it because of the fact that I know what to expect out of Captain Marvel, and it doesn't look bad. I really want to see what they do with the character because she is one of the strongest characters in the Marvel Cosmic Universe, as well as being one of the best female characters from comics.
Okay. All right, cool.
Next. Well, we can't follow that up.
It's tough. That's tough.
108 Dragons. Go ahead.
All right,
up, bro. You got it.
I'm glad I went first.
Of all, let me tell you something. Teaser trailers exactly what they are. How many people sat around and saw the Venom teaser trailer and was destroying the movie? Yo, it was garbage. They didn't show the suit. Yo, they showed some. It was bugging. It's a teaser trailer. That's what it's supposed to do. Now the Avengers trailer is exactly what it was supposed to be. You know what it is? They just got their ass whooped. It ain't no happy situation. Tony Stark is in space wandering, and Captain America don't look like Captain anything. They look like they got their ass whooped, and they did. They got their ass whooped. You got to realize that's really their first defeat on the big screen. Got that ass bust. So that's what it did. And Captain Marvel did it for me because I told y'all before when we brought this up, I don't really know that character. I don't care. I'm not interested. The first teaser trailer was corny. The second one, I'm like, oh, now it's starting to look interesting. And I'm not a fan of the character. That's what it does for me because, you know, some of y'all fans and y'all expecting to see certain things, but that one, it pulled me in. Plus, it's a Marvel movie. You're going to go anyway. But I'm just saying, like, that's what it did. The second, you know, it is, man. I think they both did their jobs.
Okay. Triple Cup Chuck, I know you ready.
Vibration.
Vibration. Where you at, Chuck?
Also,
Yeah,
can I say that I'm excited to see Ronan make his
Shut
appearance?
your ass up. Shut up. Shut up.
I mean,
Ejecto seat.
Hey, Vodka said I need to hit the ejecto seat.
You better shut your ass up.
Oh man, your throat must be feeling better.
Yeah, your throat is feeling better. He's living his best life. Go ahead, Chuck. Go ahead.
I'm really not.
Oh, I love my people. I love my people, boy. I love my crew.
All right, look, check this out. On the note of me, when I seen I'm gonna start with the Captain Marvel. When I seen it, I felt the exact same way as Lemon. I mean, but I know her story about, you know, the situation with Rogue and stuff like that. So I'm like, I'm wondering how they was gonna tie it in. And then when they showed the first trailer, like the first trailer was okay. I mean, they were trying to, you know, saying just give you a base principle, I guess. But the second trailer was more like, okay, look, we really putting our foot into Captain Marvel. We really bringing you a good ass movie. We just not making, you know, in between movie that everybody gonna come watch just to watch this movie because they can know what's gonna go on in Avengers 4. No, they trying to say, look, this movie could stand on its own 2 feet. And when it stand on its own 2 feet, they showing you like we finna take this shit to a whole nother level. Now people might not like the CGI, but you gotta think about it. The movie still ain't finished. They still cleaning stuff up. It's gonna look better. And then when you watch it, I mean, me personally, a movie like that, that's all day long. Dolby Vision. And when I come back to talk about it, talking straight about like all the detail, the depth of how they, because you know they're gonna one up Guardians of the Galaxy. You know they're gonna one up Guardians.
They're gonna try to.
Oh, they gonna kill it, bruh.
Guardians of the Galaxy. That's another comic book I didn't follow.
Hey, bro, they show Nova. They gonna kill Guardians with that right there alone.
We'll see.
Keep going, Chuck. Keep going. I'm sorry,
Look,
bro.
we need a living missile.
Hey, when they gonna run with Captain, then when you look at that when she like how Blooded was saying when she you know, get that her other suit when she had the mohawk and give you like, look, we are comic book fans and they showing us like, look, boom, this is the suit everybody was bitching about. But they was in a Creed suit that she ain't got a real Captain Marvel suit. Like, boom, they show you. And the biggest key factor I like about these Marvel trailers, they do not spoil the whole movie. You still go to the movie and still be surprised. You know they got a whole bunch of stuff that's gonna be in that movie that wasn't in the trailer. That's one thing I love about Marvel. They give you just enough to make you say, okay, I'm gonna watch this here. And let's be honest, when we talk about this Avengers, name one person who been going through this last 10 years that's seen every last Marvel movie ain't gonna go see this Avenger movie.
Facts.
You know, facts. Right.
You don't need to pull nobody in. It's one of the biggest movies in the history of movie making. They don't need to pull in nobody.
It comes out.
Hey, G-Man 11. Hey, G-Man 1172. He went hard with it. He said, "Give me Silver Surfer. Give me Silver Surfer up in this motherfucker." Look, like this man crunk. Like we see right here. When the chat is crunk, I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. He said, look, bring that motherfucker back. Bring us.
Can we get a true Galactus, not a fucking clown this time?
Oh, my Lord. Jesus Christ.
Fox is dead. They got
Live wire. What do you got to say about this, man? So we can go ahead and get ready to sign out. Okay, all right. No, you done. Shut your ass up. Anyway, let's go live. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, nah, man, it's Avengers, man. Number one, they didn't have to show no trailer for the next Avengers. They just put the logo up. That's it. Yeah. Captain Marvel, though. I was gonna go see it anyway. They don't make bad movies per se, so it's not like DC where Aquaman, they had to show you like 5 trailers before you was like, you know what? This shit might be good.
Hey, you're right,
this, man.
You're right. Hey, no. Live is right. They've been showing a lot of trailers of Aquaman.
Don't kick them while they down.
But I'm just saying it took
Aquaman looks dope.
They had to damn near show half the movie before Cass was like, you know what?
Right.
It does look good.
All this,
right.
It can't be terrible, So therefore, I'm not shitting on the movie, but I'm just saying their track record has been kind of bad as of recent. Yeah. It's almost like going to a restaurant where they didn't serve you shitty food before, and then now they outside with the samples trying to convince people to come and take a taste. You know what I mean? At first you're hesitant. You be like, nah, man, I ain't gonna sample your shitty ass food. But then you take a taste of it, you be like, you know what? Y'all just stepped your game up. I might actually come over here and try some shit.
Right. So you're right. No, you
so basically you're describing Little Caesars, right?
Little Caesars.
Little Caesars has stepped up their game. Shit. When shit gets hard, that money tight. You know what I'm saying? Little Caesars is right down the street. I got to give me pizza.
It used to be cardboard pizza, but now it actually tastes decent. I would.
Yeah, Little Caesars tastes all right. I mean, look, I'm not even gonna front to you.
Put some flavor on it.
$5 large.
It's a step up from Elio's pizza. It's a step up.
Yeah, let's get back to the subject, man. It's the next day, man. It's 3 minutes to the next day.
I know we about to get out of here. But let me say this. Now give me my point. Like, look, I thought the trailer was out, the teaser trailer, whatever you want to call it. This shit was fire. You know why? Because my main dude, the dude I ride with, like, man, I go to bat with him. I'll get out there and fight motherfuckers with, is Cap. He was crying. Homeboys died, son. What are you talking about?
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That trailer was about showing defeat.
Man, fuck that. Cap is my boy. I'll stand up for Cap. I got Cap all around my room, my gaming room. Boy, don't you understand? Cap is crying. Shit's hard right now. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker needs some help. I'm with you. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying right there. When I seen the tear come down Cap's eyes, I knew shit was real. And then another thing that I knew was that when I seen Ronin, I was like, what? I said, yeah, you know what? Look, Marvel just knows what to do. I thought it was really cinematic about just from the very beginning when Tony Stark's looked in a hopeless moment and he's over here talking to his lady. And it just would be any of us in this panel or in a chat that know that they'd be like, man, look, I mean, there's really I think it's all over. You know what I'm saying? We're about to do the curtain call. You know what I'm saying? It's Titans. You know what I'm saying? Look, I got to hit my old lady up, let her know, look, man, you know what I'm saying? The brother still got your back. I love you. Don't forget about me. Don't go jumping on another dude, you know what I'm saying, a couple of weeks after I die. Please. You know what I'm saying? Hold me down. You know what I'm saying? So I love it. I think it's great. It had me hype. It gave me tingles because I know when the other trailer comes, whenever it comes, maybe the Super Bowl, whatever, that it's going to be superb. I wasn't feeling the first trailer to Captain Marvel, but the second one, it really opened my eyes and it made me excited because you know what this is going to bring? It's got to somewhere down the line. If it's not Captain Marvel, and I said this on Boom Show this morning, if it's not going to be Captain Marvel, it's got to be here on this new event, this last Avengers, where it's got to be the appearance of an X-Man, because this is setting up with the scrolls and all that, the Secret Wars, and I cannot wait. I cannot wait.
And I'm glad you brought that up because that's something that, as G, I have said multiple times on the Smash podcast, is that is going to be their next big event on how they're going to tie in the X-Men universe as well as the currently established MCU, because they're going to keep them separate, tease Doctor Doom and the Beyonder, and then use Secret Wars to create Battle World, and then put them into one universe together.
Right. I think the story. I think what they don't want to twist. They really, in a way, they can't show too much of what's going on with Captain Marvel, because of the fact that they will give up the story for people that aren't familiar with her comic, because it just seems like we're going to see that one side is not is bad. One side is really bad, which is the Skrulls, but the other side is bad too, and shit is on a whole nother level. It's really going to be cool. I cannot wait to see it. But anyway, we're going to have to get out of here. Man, this was a very fun show. I've got to go to the guests first so we can sign out. Go ahead and pull your plugs. Let everybody know where they can find you at. PTK Blam, thank you. I hope this is the last time that you come onto the show, brother. Where can they find you?
So you guys can find me, PTK Blam, on YouTube, PTK Blam across the board. It's actually first, last name on Twitter. Actually, Shop Podcast live tomorrow, 5 p.m. Mountain Time. You guys catch it live. Some people I'm seeing in the chat actually see them all the time in my chat as well. So shout out to you guys who hold me down.
Mountain Time? What the hell is Mountain Time?
Man, I'm in Arizona. My time don't change. So right now, it's Mountain. It used to be Pacific.
What the hell is that? You got to give us a time. For you, it's what, 7 p.m. Eastern time? I don't know. You got to give me a time.
Yeah. So, that's
We're Central, bro. We're the best side.
Well, y'all out. See, it's 6 you guys' time. So sorry about that. Yeah, sorry about that. I didn't know. I ain't nothing have to break it down like that, man. Damn. Anyway, I'm just playing. But
I love
appreciate it. No, appreciate it, man. It's been a long time coming, man. Marathon for sure. I'm used to the hour to 60 minutes, but I appreciate it, man. It was fun. Everybody here for having me on, man. You guys are awesome. You guys are all welcome to come on my show at any point in time, man. So you guys
you're awesome.
So
no doubt. You got to check out my boy PTK Blam, man. He's been doing his thing. He's gone away for a little bit. He had to take care of his business, do his thing. But man, go support his channel. Go do his thing. He's always been legitimate at what he does. And man, look, I've met some of the coolest cats when I've worked with him and other people like Lord Cognito, you know what I'm saying? We met Megatron out there at, you know what I'm saying, online a couple of times, but out there at E3. But like there's so many other people out there, man, you know what I'm saying? PTK Blam has been doing this for a long time. Y'all got to go support him. He has been doing this work for a long time, man.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate it.
That's where I first found out about Pred. From Predator was from off of Blam's channel. So, you know what I'm saying? Big shout out to you, man.
Appreciate it, man.
You do the work. No, man. You do a great job, man. I just had to give you a salute and a shout out for real.
Thank you.
Come out. Yeah, for real. Also, Super G. Hey, Lemon. What is he?
The driver.
Yes.
It's midnight. He ain't got too many of them left.
Yeah, man. He sound like he's about to
I was looking up your YouTube channel so I could subscribe. That's what I was doing.
Oh, my bad.
Go subscribe to my boy.
Is that 108 or Bloody over there, man?
That's 108 Dragons over there, man. And you know what I'm saying? And Super G, man, where everybody find you, thank you. I hope this isn't the last time, man. I've been trying to get you on for a long time, man. You're like a little worm, man. Y'all try to get you out the dirt and shit. I try to dig you out the dirt and say, hey, man, come on to the podcast. Join the family, because you are family, man. We were all there when we did E3. And when I get back out there at E3 again next year, man, I got to have the driver back. Where can they find you at, brother?
And you can find me on Twitter at Super G. That's Super_G. And man, I really enjoyed my time here, man. I appreciate it. I know you've been trying to get me out. I just got a busy schedule. So yeah, I tried to get here. But I'm here now. So hopefully it's not the last time. I'll catch you guys, man, out in the Twitter world.
Man, the party's open. You're just punk ass me just taking time. I'm like, man, what's going on? Mega, I've been working. I don't give a fuck about you working. Tell your boss. Let me talk to your boss. I'll talk to your boss and I'll get shit right.
Let me get you fired.
Let me get you fired.
Goddamn Mega.
I know I'm a damn fool. Hey, man, you know what I'm saying? Hey, Super G can be the driver out here in Oklahoma. Come on out here. I got you, bro.
And you won't have to deal with that traffic.
Hey, you ain't got to deal with that traffic. Plus the fact you can make more money. You know what I'm saying? The cost of living out here is spectacular. Come on out here to Oklahoma, baby. I tell you, the cost of living is fantastic. Anyway, so my boy, Triple Cup Chuck, man, you know what I'm saying? I know that you was trying to get rolling and then Knuckles kept interrupting you. Knuckles is a dick, isn't he? Anyway, what's up? Where can they find you at, bro?
Damn, Knuckles taking some abuse tonight, man. He gonna need counseling.
Hey, Mega, I'm gonna need you to shut your ass up, boy.
I got you, boy. I got you.
Boy.
Yo, boy.
Shut the hell up, you a dick.
Where can they find you at, Doug? I mean, where can they find you at, Chuck? What's going on, bro?
All right, man. Good. Man, it's your boy Triple Cup, man. I want to give a shout out first to everybody that came out, rocked out with us. The guests, you know what I'm saying? Super G was good, you know what I'm saying? PT Clay Bam, man. Rock with you from way back.
PTK, boy, you sound like you lit.
Man,
say his name right.
And I've been drinking all night too. Long ass shit, man. Shit. I sound like Knuckles right now when he first got out.
Damn, Knuckles.
Damn, Chuck, leave him alone.
I mean, look, man.
Leave Knuckles alone, man.
Everybody in the chat, good shout out. Appreciate y'all rocking, man. Real shit, man.
Hey, Chuck, you know, it sound like me. That just means you make more sense than you typically do.
Oh,
I like that. Back to back.
The venom is real.
Hey.
Damn.
Look, everybody, all y'all got to do is go on the thing right here and just go over to they say videos and just go over to say channels on K Megas, because you know what I'm saying, K Megas subscribe to all of us. I mean, he a supporter, so we all support each other. So I just need you to go through all of them and support everybody we all supporting, and let's support each other.
Yeah,
man, that was a whole lot of support, Chuck.
Yeah, that was. hey, no, but for real, you go to my channel and you'll see.
Yeah, for sure.
Where you go over there to the right side and you'll see where the people out there, GWG, which is the Grown Women Gaming. Shout out to Delilah and Sharice and El Boogie and
Infamous.
Infamous, yeah.
Cuz.
I forgot my cuz. I know. The cuz. You know what I'm saying? How can I forget that?
108 on this Cali shit. What?
Yeah, I know. You know what I'm saying? And so go support them. Go support Triple Cup Chuck, man. That brother, man, Triple Cup, you know what I'm saying? He's going to be coming on the next podcast with Xbox 448, man, here pretty soon. And you know what I'm saying? This dude is very knowledgeable. You know what I'm saying? He be flowing, he be doing his thing. Chuck is an original real dude, man. Like if you are about real people, then you would be selling yourself short not to support my boy Triple Cup Chuck. Like it's a disgrace that you would be out there listening to other fake ass YouTubers and not support my boy Triple Cup Chuck. That's how I feel.
Hey, say that.
Go get him. Yeah, go get him. Go get him. No. I love you, Chuck. You know what I'm saying? That you do hard work. Man, I've always respected what you do, man, and not only because of this fact that just you hear, but it's just that you do real hard shit, and I think people need to acknowledge you a lot more for what you do. You don't say too much, but when you do say shit, it's solid. So you know what I'm saying. I just wanted to give that shout out to you. So anyway, man, Livewire, where can they find you at, bro?
You can check me out on my channel when I'm posting from my Pony Station 4 Pro, and I get my
hey man, you're gonna be more PlayStation games than some of these frauds out here that be talking that shit, right? That's gonna be really funny. I can't wait for you to start icing their ass with that.
Man, I do that on my channel now. Like, but this is the biggest thing that I noticed that from having my Pro. I was like, damn. This is it. No, I mean dead ass. All the shit that they talk, man. I played God of War. I was like, I thought this shit was supposed to blow my mind. It looks good, but it looks just as good as a lot of the best looking games on the X. Like, like it's not like you're not gonna turn on the Pro and be like, oh my god. Like, you know what it is? It's almost like watching somebody eat a hamburger from Five Guys and talk about how good it is. Oh my god. This the best ham. Oh, my mouth was salivating. Oh my God, this the Five Guys hamburger. And then you eat it, and you're like, it's a hamburger, dog. Like, it's good, but it's not.
Well, this is why we
can't get a decent hamburger from fucking Fridays. Just as good.
Somebody got to drop that Dr. Dre on this dude. The motherfucking saga.
That's why we go way over, because I mean, this you messy. Just tell where people can find you, bro.
That game Detroit though, I fucks with that game Detroit.
That's right.
Best Telltale game I've ever played in my life.
Don't do it.
Oh, it's so good.
I'm tired of it.
Listen, I was going through. No. Can't make it. Tell the truth. Tell the truth. How many times did I fell asleep on God of War? Detroit in? I said, I fucking with this shit.
He was singing,
I'm fucking with this shit.
Just a little bit longer.
I don't even be streaming Detroit because I'll be like, nah, I gotta listen to the story. I gotta pay attention. I'll stream when I play God of War because I don't really give a fuck about that.
God damn. Okay.
Man, I be straight clowning. But anyway, man.
Where your channel at, man?
On my channel, you know what, y'all can come to my dog shit channel, as I've been told many times. My channel is dog shit. You can say, yo, what's good live? I'm glad you over here, exposing the truth about PlayStation. You can say I'm a fucking fraud, bitch ass motherfucker. I don't give a fuck what you say. Just come over here. Join the conversation. Matter of fact, if you got a PlayStation and you want to jump in my little live stream, go ahead. I don't give a shit. You can call me motherfucker for 2 hours straight. If that's what the fuck you want to do, hey man, that's all good, man.
Okay, we got to pull a plug on you. You sounded like the dude in the Furby hat. You know what I'm saying? We got.
Oh yeah, well, I'm not gonna talk about.
Yeah, get out of here. No, we're done with you. We're done with you.
Whatever.
Stop it.
No, I wasn't gonna go nowhere. Now that I know about fuzzies, I'm word is born. I'm gonna catch one of them motherfuckers. Take the bottom of their shoe, yo. I'm gonna make me
finish him.
Okay, all right. You know what? Livewire is our pit bull. Livewire is our pit bull that sometimes breaks our chain, and we got to go find them. And then we got people like Super G and PTK. It's like, man, your pit bull is out, man. I was just calling you to come get his ass. You know what I'm saying?
Because he get hit by a car, he don't shut the hell up.
He's wild.
In the street.
I've done many podcasts.
He's wild.
So me and Bill have done many podcasts together. He knows how the fuck I am.
He's wild. Anyway, 108 Dragons, please. Where can they find you at, bro?
You can find me not on Livewire channel. He crazy.
Yo, you can always jump in. You know my PlayStation code.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Where can they find you at, Livewire? We can get out of here.
You can find me on 108 Dragons TV on everything, man. I appreciate the Bam coming through, meeting you for the first time. My man Super G, goddamn the driver. Good to have y'all on board. You already know. Welcome to thank you for everybody that came through and rocked out with this crazy goddamn panel, man. It was something else. And 108 Dragons on everything, baby. 108 Dragons TV. You already know your boy Lamitius got y'all. Facts.
Yeah, the lion, the Dragon's Den is on its way. Get ready.
Yeah, they're gonna be doing some different stuff.
Man, our boy, man, the myth, legend, Bloody Knuckles, boy. Where can they find you at, man? And where we gonna say? Just shout everybody out, man. Go ahead.
And they can find me on my channel over on youtube.com/Bloody Knuckles. The O is a 0. The E is a 3, and of course it ends in a Z. They can also find me on Mixer.com, Twitter, Facebook, all over. Or as 108 likes to call me, what do you say, 108?
Twitter fingers.
There you go. I'm always talking. You can always find me there, but man, it's always good. Yeah. It's always good to be out. Bling, bling, bling. It's always good to be out here on the show, man. It's always a good time. Like I felt like absolute garbage today, but I had to be here. I had to have fun, and it's always a good time. No matter how you feel, all the dudes on the panel are good dudes. PTK, me and you've done a show before. I think we have. Salty, but it's always good. It's always good to have you back, man. It's always a fun time.
Thanks. Likewise, man. Likewise.
Oh yeah, the energy is always different among all the different people that you meet along, and it's always good to have different to get different vibes, to get different energy off everyone, man. And of course, everyone on the panel. You know, my boy G, he does the Smash podcast with me. Our little corner for all things nerdy news and geeky goodness. We talk anime, manga, comics, movies, TV shows, you name it, we do it. And of course, always check out the boy Triple Cut. Me and him, I was with him on the Heroic Vibration, his version of that, and he always does a great show. Him and Kaleidoscope, and of course Savage Carter. Shout out to the homie over there. So you know, make sure to subscribe to them as well, man. They do a lot of good stuff. I was like, I don't ever ask for subscribers, but if you want to, do it, or at least check out what we do. We're passionate about what we do. Everyone here is passionate about what they talk about. It's always a different energy and feel from everyone because everyone has different hobbies. Well, we all talk gaming. We all have different hobbies outside of that, so it's always good to see what they're doing. And Mega, you know, the group that we have here on the panel is something else, and this wouldn't have been successful without you reaching out and meeting with this eclectic random group of dudes who never seem to shut the fuck up about wild shit.
Nice word. Nice word.
I need to drink some water after he was finished talking. That's crazy.
That's a $10 word, baby. That's why I went and had to relieve myself and let Knuckles do his thing. You know what I'm saying? Because that's my look. Let me make another point. You got to go support my boy Knuckles. You know what I'm saying? Another person that is he's authentic. He does his thing. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes he gets his ass whooped in the Google Wars, but that is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I come out swinging. Yes. I don't care if I go down. I get vicious.
You got little arms like a T-Rex. Stop it.
Hey, I may have little arms, but guess what? With a jaw like this, I'll rip everyone apart. Just means I have a big mouth. That's it.
He's that guy from Tango and Cash.
In all retrospect, no. And to be honest, though, Knuckles is very knowledgeable, man. That's why it was a no-brainer to have him a part of GRG, and you know what I'm saying. And when he's not here, it's a void missing because of the fact that it's like, you know what I'm saying, we miss a brother. You know what I'm saying, just like a lot of people that's not here right now, and sisters. You know what I'm saying, it's the thing of it where it's like, you know what I'm saying, it is a blessing that we still get the people that still come and listen to us and everything like that. So go support everybody on this panel, man. Go support Live. Go support, you know what I'm saying, Knuckles, man. You know what I'm saying? He's authentic. He's real about his shit. He's very knowledgeable. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, Chuck, I couldn't say anything better about Chuck. BTK Blam, he's doing his thing, man. You know what I'm saying? I had to, the people that I bring on this show is the people that I have a lot of love for. Even for the people that I brought to when I had the PlayStation Nation, you know what I'm saying, takeover at one point in time. I had, you know what I'm saying, Puerto Rock, and I had motherfucking Jabari. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Those dudes could have been more nicer, and it was cool. You know what I'm saying? This podcast is never going to be about hate or divisiveness. It's all about talking about just shit. And you'll be surprised about some of the people that I'm going to reach to. Some people might not want to come on the show because they might get exposed. But then some other people might come, and we'll have a great ass time, and we'll let everybody be respected and have their topics to be brought out, and it's going to be fun, man. So get ready for that. Like, I can't wait for Boom, I can't wait for Mooch, and for, you know what I'm saying, for other people that I've reached out to, you know what I'm saying, the Welsh Gamer to come back again. I hope that BTK Blam and everybody else will make that appearance. So yeah, thank you guys so much.
Hey,
and
go ahead. That's what Live's channel's for.
Who? What?
I said this channel's not for hate. That's what Live channel's for.
Oh shit! That's what we got our pit bull for. Go get him, Live. Anyway, we out, man. Hey, you know, as you always know, you know what I say. If you ain't taking your ass to work tomorrow and taking your ass to bed, and you better be gaming. And if you ain't gaming, what do I say? What you better be doing?
Doing the pants off dance off.
Woo! You goddamn right. All right, everybody, have a good night. Peace.